Lake of fire, he wants you to go beneath. Praying on you into your flesh, he wants you to sow a seed. Deferred hope maketh the heart sick. Yeah, Satan love it when you deceive. Disparaging remarks about our heritage and false narrative that said there's no merit to what we read, man. That gaslight like a flashlight. I was born at night, but it wasn't last night. Y'all need to get that bag right. Wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. One hell of a ticket, pun intended. Don't you say I cuss. We've been through enough. 400 plus. Our time is up. Take off these cuffs. I've been in repentance for this lust. Not with the porn, but I can swipe up an image and feel disgust. What? They think I'm tripping because I want more for myself. So that even in my thoughts, I'm not whoring my marks about our heritage and false narrative that said there's no merit to what we read, man. That gaslight like a flashlight. I was born at night, but it wasn't last night. Y'all need to get that bag right. Wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. One hell of a ticket, pun intended. Don't you say I cuss. We've been through enough. 400 plus. Our time is up. Take off these cuffs. I've been in repentance for this lust. Not with the porn, but I can swipe up an image and feel disgust. What? They think I'm tripping because I want more for myself. So that even in my thoughts, I'm not whoring myself. Yeah, luring myself away from righteousness with my desire. My right hand mislead me, cut it off like Michael Myers. Life is easy, it's just complicated by these liars. Truth is confiscated, to get it you need the God of Zion. They confuse the sheep with disbelief and self-reliance. Took the Father's name off creation and blamed the science. Hebrews never boarded but still became compliant. Mission aborted, some of us refuse to slay this giant. That talking head should be severed off and dead. Bring us Pentecost instead, let's start speaking with tongues of fire. They want to preach to us, now the preaching coming from the choir. Y'all too corporate, tell me how does a preacher retire? I see y'all done bought the lies and y'all receipt expired. From the Holy Spirit, I don't never want no peace and quiet. The sheep hear the word of the most majestic, wonderful counselor, blessed voice of the shepherd. Meanwhile, all of the goats are disconnected, lawless, trading the promise of the blessed for a death wish.
What up, free bro? Salvation. Hey, you got many mansions. Think about salvation, get the dancing. My flesh vein is my heart, not trouble, I won't pain it. We trust in Abba, he the one that kill your problems. We thinking Abba, now we know about that lava. The streets of gold, walking on that road. I can't sell my soul, hell no. I'ma be the light everywhere I go. Ain't no vaccine up in the temple. The devil know that the most I dwelling in you. They tryna shoot you up, that should really offend you. Hey, all we almost at the end, look what we been through. Hey, we got one last fight we need to tend to. We go to war, put up a fight, cause that's what men do. Woo. The helmet for salvation and my shield for my faith and my loins for the truth will keep me up around my waist. Chasing righteousness, you know that's my breastplate. Walking with the sword, I put it right up in your face. Walking in shalom, trying to see a better day. Remember I was in the world, I ain't know a better way. Then the Abba woke me up, I admitted I was stuck. Thank the Father ain't late, he really the only way. What up, free bro? Salvation. Hey, You got many mansions. Think about salvation, get the dancing. My flesh vain. My heart not trouble, I won't pain. We trust in Abba. He the one that kill your problems. We thinking Abba. Now we know about that lava. The streets of gold, walking on that road. I can't sell my soul. Hell no, I'ma be the light everywhere I go. Ain't no vaccine up in the temple. The devil know that the most I dwelling in you. They tryna shoot you up, that should really offend you. Hey, all we almost at the end, look what we been through. Hey, we got one last fight we need to tend to. We go to war, put up a fight, cause that's what men do. Woo. He held me for salvation and my shield for my faith and my loins for the truth. Will keep me up around my waist. Chasing righteousness, you know that's my breastplate. Walking with the sword, I put it right up in your face. Walking in shalom, trying to see a better day. Remember I was in the world, I ain't know a better way. Then the Abba woke me up, I admitted I was stuck. Thank the Father ain't late, he really the only way. You got many mansions, think about salvation, get the dancing. My flesh vain, my heart not trouble, I won't pain. We trust in Abba, he the one to kill your problems. We thinking Abba, now we know about the
I
lava.
put my trust in you. Lean on your word, what I'm supposed to do. Don't turn to the right or the left. No, stay on the straight and narrow road. Yeah, like my ox said, about to put the sword in their faces. They changing faces and they trying to erase us. Remain patient, you know Hamasi the savior. Sky crack, they gon' be in shock like a taser. Ain't no mercy if they remain in their wickedness. Only mercy for the chain centered everything. Ain't no salvation for the heathen. Expect you change, cause in my father's house is many mansions.
You got many mansions. Think about salvation, get the dance. My flesh famous. My heart not trouble, I won't pain. We trust in Abba. He the one to kill your problems. We thinking Abba. Now we know about that lava. You got many mansions. Think about salvation, get the dance. My flesh famous. My heart not trouble, I won't pain. We trust in Abba. He the one to kill your problems. We thinking Abba. Now we know about that lava.
Yahuwah, we love you. Yahuwah, we need you. You are Yahuwah, we adore you. Yahuwah, we praise you. You are. Without you, life don't make no sense. No, no. Without you, we ain't got nothing. You are. You created the universe. Oh, oh, the ocean, seas, and rivers. You are. You created mankind in your image. Oh, oh, but yet each man is unique and different. You are the creator of creation. Oh, oh, the ancient of ancients. You are Yahuwah, 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 Yahuwah.
Brother Judah from Anointed House of Saints with the verse of the day. And the verse of the day is coming from 2 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 7, and it reads, "Unless I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of revelations, there was given to me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure." So remember, man, when you start to get prideful, you start learning these scriptures, you get a congregation, a little following, all right? Remember that you can get buffeted, man. Satan can put a thorn in your side to buffet you, to bring you back down to measure. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't get exalted above, what we are. We just servants of the Most High. So remember, don't get too prideful, don't get the big head, and do the work of the Lord, man. So this verse of the day, Shalom.
AHOS.
Shalom, shalom. It's your brother Yahweh or Joel from the Fisherman for Zion. Here's my verse of the day. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 3. It says, "Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusted in thee." So what that verse is saying, the Most High will keep us in perfect peace in all elements and all fashions of life. He'll keep us in perfect peace when we keep our mind stayed on him, meaning the law, statutes, and commandments. Occupying ourselves with the word of the Lord because we trust in the Lord. We will gain peace in our workforce, in our homes, in our every day-to-day life. Through the spirit and power of the Most High God, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Brother Yahweh, the Fisherman for Zion. Shalom.
AHOS.
Shalom, it's your brother Karat Dazar from Anointed House of Saints coming at you with the verse of the day. The verse of the day is 1 Samuel chapter 15 and verse 23, and it reads, "For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he hath also rejected thee from being king." Now, a lot of us, we think of witchcraft and we immediately go to the extreme and think about, cauldrons, witches, just satanic stuff, weird magical stuff. But it's telling you here that witchcraft is simply just being stubborn, being rebellious against the Most High. When you ignore the Most High's instruction, even when brothers is teaching you, telling you that you're supposed to keep the commandments, the minute you decide to rebel against that, you are now in witchcraft. So we got to be watching ourselves in these last days, making sure we're not moving like witches. You feel me? Shalom.
AHOS.
Jonathan got bars, man. He got bars. But he always making slow music, man. Wanna pray to his music and meditate. He can't get hype, man. Sometimes I wanna get hype for the Lord. Come on, man.
Blood on the post, 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 keeping them close. Man, we got Frenches and seats on the clothes. Me and my brothers ain't sleeping, we reading the secrets. The deepest you've been is the ocean. Now we've been swimming in waters that's deeper than rivers to Jordan. We creeping up on them. It's the 14th of the month. Bone Thugs one day late for the show. Oh. Ain't never been out, ever since Red Pen Pals. You too late, you let them in now. We like veterans, because that's power. These secrets only come through steady, no regrets. We walk through water like Jesus. We raising the dead, you see this. Look at this evening pose. Blood on the post, 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 blood on the post.
We hold in post, chopping up doctrines that ain't coming close. They had us to strike like I'm Warner Franco. We're a show toast. Wisdom is better than silver and gold. This water is knocking down wicked Pharaoh. Can't swim through the sea, man, that fan was too slow. Pharaoh was sober-minded, think he can and go. Escape on a starry night, Victor Van Gogh. Living good unchained like Quincy Django. Strippers down in the hood, now they wanna tango. Death angels coming close, so watch your back, bro. Watch your back, bro. We gonna that land, we gon' eat that. That better herb, we gon' eat that. Doing this till you how I come and see that. We that. Oh.
Blood on the post.
Blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post. Blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post. Blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post. Blood on the post. Blood on the post. Blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post. Blood on the post, blood on the post. Blood on the post. Blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post. Blood on the post. The Pesach and Nissan. We found faith in Misraim. We got to be strong. Walking through water, pray we don't sing. Strapped up, boots tight. Walking up right, boy, we don't lean. 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 Walking up right, we see that. Blood on the post. Blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post. Blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post. Blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post. Blood on the post. Blood on the post. Blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post. Blood on the post, blood on the post, blood on the post.
Shalom, 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 Yasha'Allah. Shalom. Welcome back to another Milk Mondays. I am Officer Knock, and we're going to be giving you a pretty interesting lesson. But before we get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I want to thank everyone for always diligently coming to class. Also, since I brought that up, this is a class, so that means that here at AHOS, we want you to get your notepads, right? To get your pens, right? Get your pens, get your, you got to get your sword, right? You got to get, highlighters, right? Because every class we bring out precepts, right? And we want, we want you to be edified. And the only way is to listen to these classes, go back and study, right? And highlight everything that we give you so that you can get the understanding. But Captain Elio hasn't gotten here yet, but the title of tonight's class is titled, When the Most High Makes You Reprobate, the story of the Brooklyn Saint. Now, the brother that we're going to present, or Captain's going to be presenting on the video, is dealing with a brother who at one point in time, some years ago, was he confessed as being an Israelite. He was in the truth. Some of you will recognize who this person is. Some of you may even have come into the truth because of this person, or let me say that, I didn't say it the wrong way. Some of you may have seen his presentation and was introduced to the truth, and that's what kind of led you to searching for who you are according to the Bible. So again, the title is When the Most High Makes You Reprobate, the story of the Brooklyn Saint, right? So until Captain gets here, I want to go over a few announcements. First off, any brothers who are wanting to put your brick in to build this kingdom with the Anointed House of Saints, please do so. If you want to, please do this. Send us a message. Send us directly to our email, right, which is anointedhos@gmail.com. In the subject line, put that you want to be a part, or put prospect in the subject line so that we can get the information to you as to when the next prospect phase is going to start. All right. Also, coming up, we have, before I announce that, because I want to get the dates. Yeah, I'm not even going to announce anything until I get the dates correct. But we have some events coming up, right? We got First Fruits around the corner, right? We also have a special event coming up that I'm going to announce a little bit later as soon as I make sure I got the right information so I can get that to you, okay? Looks like Captain is here. Let me go ahead and see if I can bring him up. I don't see him. I don't see him in there. Well, you know what? Let me do this. Let me go ahead and give the shout outs to our diligent brothers and sisters. As always, we enjoy and appreciate you coming to class to be edified. We try to do our best in the spirit. The Most High gives us these lessons to give to edify our people, right? But let me go over these shout outs real quick. First, most of the time, always the first one. We got Sister Joan Gilchrist. Shalom to you, sis. Shalom to Sister Maka out in the Bay. Shalom to you, sis. Shalom to Ak Moshe. Shalom. Shalom to Chakma. Shalom. Shalom to the mighty soldier Yaquab out of North Carolina. Shalom to the mighty officer Boaz. Boaz Banya Sharala in Ohio. Shalom to WWOE World Without End. Shalom to Captain Yakam Yah. Shalom to that mighty brother. I'm going to call him 6'9", AHOS Brown, Soldier Brown. Shalom to you, brother. Shalom to the lovely sister Elg. Always glad to see you. Shalom to you, sis. Shalom to brother Nazar. Good to see you, brother. Glad that you are here. Shalom and a shout out to Tabernacle of David, 144,000. Shalom to you, brother. Shalom to the mighty officer Kasadia. Shalom to Sister Anariah. We know that's the house of Nadab. Shalom to the mighty officer Kadar Aharon in Texas. Shalom to the mighty captain. I'm just going to say coach right here. Shalom to coach. Shalom to Debbie Diane, Casadella Zebulon, house of Zebulon. Shalom to you, sis. Shalom to Eleazar. Shalom. Shalom to Levi, the Edomite slayer. Shalom. Now I'm going to say it. Shalom to Captain, to the mighty Captain Kanal Van Lawyer. Shalom to you, brother. Let's see. Shalom to the lovely sister Abaya. Shalom to you, sis. Shalom. Glad that you're here. Good to see you. Shalom to the brother Ak Taze. Shalom, tribe of Zebulon. Shalom to the lovely sister Yosefrina Israel. Shalom to you, sis. Who else do we have? Shalom to Sister Valerie, to lovely Sister Valerie. Shalom, sis. Shalom to the brother Soldier Zebulon Ban Yasharala out in Cali. Shalom to CR. Shalom to the mighty Captain Yahawada out in Cali. Shalom to the soldier AHOS, the mighty soldier Ariah. Shalom to you. Shalom to you. Let's see who else we got. I think that's all we got for now. If anyone else wants to get a shout out, you know what I'm saying, put a hearty shalom, like and share and subscribe, and I'll call
How
you
we
out.
ban the other profile? Yahweh? How we undo that?
What do you say?
He said his profile got banned. I don't even know what he's talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about either.
Judah, Shaquat, Jonathan, help your brother. Help Yahweh out.
Right. Shalom to you, Cap. How about you, Shah? How's your week been? Or weekend? How was your weekend?
It was straight, man. Camp was eventful.
It's been pretty eventful the last few weeks, huh?
Yeah, Yahoo. Yahoo.
Right. Did he pop up again?
Yeah, he came back.
Oh, wow.
I think his boyfriend likes us.
Wow.
He keep trying to tell us, I'm a grown-ass man. You know I'm a grown man. Because
that's the other brother that be, yeah, I know you talking about.
No, not the young brother, the older one.
No, I know you talking about.
Yeah,
I know what brother you talking about.
He had really tight pants on last week. And me and Aharon kind of roasted him a little bit. I think all week long, he was like in his feelings at work and stuff, thinking, damn, these niggas think I'm gay because I had these tight ass sweatpants on. So he came back and his whole message this week was, y'all know I'm a grown ass man. Can't be disrespecting no grown ass man. And he tried to call me short and stuff like that. And I was like, you a grown ass man, but me and you the same height. So what you talking about? If I'm a little boy, you a grown ass man, but we the same height. What's the problem? What's the deal? You know what I'm saying? I can crack on my height too. I ain't scared. So he didn't like that we was, him and his friend, the younger guy, they basically, Yaju didn't mess with us. He's getting smarter. He's learning every time they come, they want to say something. He just shuts up and, sits back in hopes that they could get us pissed off so he could pull out the camera and just show Israelites getting mad. But we didn't do that. Right. And they ended up getting mad and they had to walk off 3 times. So they tried 3 times to piss us off. It didn't work. But yeah, it was cool. It was a fun little camp. Yaju is a devil, guys. If you ever see him in person, just cut him up and don't get angry because it seems like that's his thing. He just wants to, go and, heckle people and stuff like that. Piss you off and make you feel like you need to slap him in the face or his posse or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then they get you all mad and stuff like that. So that's the situation. He's gonna keep doing it. So y'all stay tuned. We're gonna have some good yeah, he needs some milk for real. He needs a lot of things. But We're gonna have some good footage coming soon with that stuff. So y'all stay tuned for that. But how about you, Knock? Everything was good?
Yo, man, all praises, man. Enduring, man. Had a family member pass away, but give glory to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, just trying to be 1% better every day. All praise to the Most High.
Y'all pray for Knock. Y'all pray for Brother Nadiab. He had the same thing happen. Anybody else in the nation that lost somebody? So, all right. Well, we're going to get started. So, we want to start by giving our honor and praise once again to the Most High Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shah.
Yes.
I'm Captain All, the aristocrat. I'm back. Here with Knock.
I'm Officer Knock. And glad to have y'all back again. Oh, there we go. I was waiting.
And we got the biggest
Shalom.
How about you,
How about Shem Yahshua?
All praise
himself. The Zaquans.
God. Hey, what about that duck monkey? I want to hear that.
Oh, that duck monkey. We're gonna get on him. Don't worry. We definitely he gonna get a lot of those. So damn, my smart behind forgot to pull up the video. So yeah.
I got it.
So well, I mean, I want to make sure I can control it. I just want to see if it's gonna play on my side.
Okay.
But first, what I want you to play before we get into this video, I want you to show everybody, because my bad. All right, so I want you to show everybody, who he is. You know what I'm saying? So they know if you got the clips ready already. If you don't, then we can play a little bit of this and we can give you some time.
No, I think it's a good idea to start with
this. Man said.
I think it's a good idea because
that name is hilarious. Hey. Okay. I wish I could see that. But all right, so yeah. If you got the timestamps and everything, go ahead and put them timestamps up there and let them see that video, because I want y'all to see who this dude is. I can't remember if his name is Yashawan. I feel like that's what his name is, though.
No, it's Yasharolam.
That's what I thought.
Yasharolam.
That's what it is. Okay. That's it. Yep. Yasharolam.
Hey, that brother, his classes kind of led me to coming into SOT.
That's what I was gonna say. It's a lot of brothers who came to our camp that woke up from him. It's a lot of brothers that came to, the Watchmen. A lot of brothers joined Sakari, is IUIC, even UPK. You know what I'm saying? ISBHPK. It's a lot of people. Like over 1 million people saw that video on YouTube before he took it down, right?
That's right.
And no, oh damn. Okay.
Oh,
what's up, Judy?
Captain Judy.
Whoa! Hey, Shalom.
I didn't see you change the name. I thought we was in trouble or something like that. I was like, what the hell?
Nah. Hey, real quick, yo, because y'all probably already did the announcement.
Judy.
What?
No, go ahead.
Before y'all do, I know y'all probably did the announcements and everything, but we ain't put the new flyer out, so I wanted to post it real quick, just so everybody know.
This was supposed to be a surprise, but I guess since he want to ruin everything, we're gonna go ahead and show y'all now.
Well, y'all didn't get the new flyer yet, so I don't know what was y'all gonna surprise them with. Nothing. No, I'm playing.
Who was gonna surprise them with absolutely nothing but an announcement?
I already knew. All right, so real quick, let me take that banner down real quick, just for the time being, so we can just put that up there. And then Eliel, it's on you. I'm gonna
take everybody down. How you? Yeah.
I'm gonna post it and shut up. It's on you, Eliel. Commercial break. Here we go. Take everybody down. Hold on. Let me see.
Yeah. Take us.
Oh,
all
you
down.
know how I'm gonna do it. You know how I'm gonna do it. Real quick. I got you. My bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, put it in it. What you call it?
I got you right here. Salaki. I'm gonna put your Milk Monday back up here. All right. Commercial break. Eliel, it's on you.
All right, bet. There we go.
Now wait a minute. How do you do that?
You got to put it in the overlay section, brother. Since nobody know what a commercial break is.
Yeah.
Anointed House of Saints are the official host of the Mashra Yasha Allah annual Hebrew Summit. This summer summit is not really annual; it's semi-annual because they do it twice a year.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's in Greensboro, North Carolina. All praise to the Most High, man. The elders hit us up, wanted us to do the summit. We took it. So, hey, man, Y'all got to make y'all way to Greensboro, North Carolina, August 29th through September 1st. The tickets are on Eventbrite. We're not selling the tickets. The Marshall Yashal is doing that on Eventbrite. It's $25 per person, $50 per family. All right. Like I said, it's from the 29th through the 1st. So you got a meet and greet on the 29th. Thursday Night Live will be taught by the elders live at the school on the 29th. On the 30th, we're going to have camp. On the 31st, it's the summit. Got a nice venue for you guys. And then on the 1st of September, we got the cookout to end it all. All right. It'll be if y'all was at Tabernacles, it's in that same park, right? If you want to be a vendor, you got to hit up Elder Zaquan. His number is on the flyer. You'll see the flyer on our social media platforms, and tomorrow you will see the flyer on our website. And you can also go to mashrayashaala.com. On that Saturday, we're going to have a special event, and those tickets can only be purchased on our website. All right, we're going to have a special event. Eliel already smiling because he already know what it is. Right? So, hey, man, this is big, man. This is big for the body. This is big for the congregation, man.
And it won't be the last time either. So you got to, this is opposite from what you heard in the world. We in the truth. So the first one is always the best one. You got to come and see what it's like to be around the Anointed House of Saints. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, y'all got to pull up. It's the first time we have a school that y'all could come to. Y'all got to come and enjoy that. And there's other brothers, elders, people that we love and learned from and support us, and we support them, all that type of stuff that's going to be pulling up. And folks that, watch us and we watch y'all and all that type of stuff, come meet everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody going to be there. It's a summit. So y'all pull up.
There we go, man. Hey, y'all know, hey, listen, if y'all was at the summit in Atlanta some years back, you know how I go. You know how I go.
Yeah, because, we did that one too.
Yeah, you know how I go. Okay. So with that being said, August 29th through September 1st, take your days off now. Don't wait until October 27th to be asking your boss for the day off. It's going to be a lot of Israelites out here. You better get your Airbnbs and your hotels now. That's all I got.
Gone.
Hey, shalom, y'all.
Shalom.
All right, shalom, Judah. But yeah. So shalom, Chaz. Big Chaz in the building.
Chaz.
But yeah, so but yeah, I think y'all should show up for real. It's gonna be dope. It ain't gonna be the last time we do it either. I'm just gonna tell you that. Hint. You know what I'm saying? But it's the first time we're gonna do it. Y'all need to pull up. So it's gonna be fun. The venue Judah found is probably the dopest. I ain't trying to poo-poo on nobody stuff, because technically we be poo-pooing on what we did too, because we already did it before. But it's one of the best, if not the best venue that they done had, probably. You know what I'm saying? So y'all need to pull up, see what we got going.
Pull up on me.
All you rapper guys and stuff like that, y'all need to pull up and perform. All you singers and stuff like that, pull up, do y'all thing, because it's a nice, beautiful stage and a nice scenery. You know what I'm saying? For you to get a nice video for your YouTube channel, your Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? We got a nice little layout for you in the venue that we got. So everybody need to just pull up, have fun. It's a summit. We're supposed to have holy convocations, and we're gonna have one for y'all, or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But we'll end that there. All right. So as we were saying before Judah unrudely interrupted us.
That's right.
This thing. So but Yasharalim, I'm gonna keep calling him Kazawan, but nah. Yeah, all you rapper guys, you know what I'm saying? Hint. I'm probably gonna be one of them. But you know what I'm saying? All you rapper guys and singer girls, right? Singer guys and rapper girls. You know what I mean? Poetic princesses and stuff. You know what I mean? All y'all pull up. So yeah. But
I need a ghostwriter for me.
Nah, Drake. We ain't doing that. All you light-skinned ghostwriting niggas need to stay over there. I need to Toronto and had y'all summit over there with him.
Judah
Come
said he
on,
was
bro.
over.
Look out for me.
He said he coming out of retirement for the summit. You already out of retirement, nigga. You just showed everybody. Be quiet. He said I retired.
Hey, Knox,
whatever.
You gonna do your thing, Knox?
I don't know. I got something else coming. So.
Oh, shucks.
I got 2 tracks I'm gonna give you, and then I ain't gonna rap for 8 more years.
Okay.
That's how it's gonna go. But, all right. So, Yasharalem. This brother, right? He was a dude, as the brothers were saying, was a guy that brought people into the truth. Knock, put that video up right quick.
God.
History. According to the public school system.
Hold up.
I thought I was gonna just show the dang picture. There we go. I want that.
Right.
Show his face behind that little black background. No. Like show his face behind the black background. You know what I'm saying? Zoom where you just was.
Hold on. Let me go back.
Fast forward or something.
Hold up. Do it
because I want you guys to see the video. A lot of you guys will recognize his face behind that background or whatever, even if it ain't the thumbnail.
I don't think his face is behind the background.
Well, fast forward a little bit because I saw his face just 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, I saw it too. There
it is. That Negro right there, right? He don't look like that no more. Now he likes to wear his hat. He don't like to show his cul-de-sac. You know what I'm saying? Because in the truth, when you going bald, you know what I'm saying? Not to crack on the bald brothers or whatever. But when you in the truth, you start to learn to like your baldness. You know what I'm saying? Start to, you know, what's the word? Like, I don't know. You like, you become confident about it. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
You appreciate it. You realize, okay, it's something I got to go through. It is what it is. I can't cut it off. I can't go bald. I got to rock the cul-de-sac. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And Yasharalem was cool with it. So he used to rock it. Now, when you see him do his videos, he always got on some type of cowboy hat or some sombrero or something. He's trying to hide his forehead and that cul-de-sac at the same time. He ain't wearing the sun visors no more. He ain't doing that. So, or rocking it like this so you could just see his face. Know what I mean? So when I first saw him, and he ain't got a beard, I don't think anymore. If I'm not mistaken. I might be tripping. Let me see. Do you still got a beard?
He still has somewhat of some stubble there, yeah.
Yeah, he got like a 5 o'clock. Okay, it's a little bit thick. Yeah, all right, okay. He got a little beard. All right, so yeah, he still got a beard and a cul-de-sac. But he got the hat on because he's ashamed of it now, right? And he's become a complete advocate for the nations. But in this video, he got like over 1 million views when it was up. It's no longer on YouTube. We only have it because Knock downloaded it, right? I, for one, was already in the truth teaching and stuff like this, so I didn't watch this video. I don't know what he said in it. I heard a lot of people woke up from it, though, because a lot of people were coming to our camp saying, you heard about this guy? And we were like, yeah, we heard about him. We don't know him. He never came to camp. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been one to say, it's a certain type of spirit on brothers. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind if you don't join the camp, but my issue is when you speak highly of camps, but won't even come see them. Know what I mean? To me, that's a disconnect in the spirit. Because why weren't you ever compelled to at least go congregate with somebody one time in your life? You know what I mean? And he wasn't ever that guy. So he just was the keyboard alike. Hence the word, right? He basically started it. People saw his video, got 1 million views. Now everybody want to talk and, blacks are the Israelites. And that's when all them other videos started getting made on the internet. Once his caught traction. You feel what I'm saying? And it was well put together. He had a little bit of history in it and all that type of stuff, right? But the thing was, it was also only about the so-called Negro, right? It was only from the black perspective. I'm the Northern Kingdom, so I got to throw that in. So he didn't talk about any Hispanics and Native Americans, which is cool. But a lot of black people woke up off of this video, right? This year, he came out the woodworks. This came out maybe 7 years ago, right? Something like that. 8. No, it wasn't that long. Maybe, 6, 7 years ago. So he comes out the woodworks about a year ago now. Give me a second. In this video, right? Where he's talking, covering the cul-de-sac. But you're gonna hear once we play it that he's a completely different person. You know what I'm saying? From the video that you guys saw, his stance is completely different, and he's a advocate for the nations. He's no longer an advocate for the chosen people, right? So, yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna let Knock go ahead and play a little bit of these clips. Y'all hit the like button when y'all come in the building, Baba Kasha. Please share the video. Y'all don't
that brother got cloned,
share
man. He
your
cloned.
video. You said what now?
That brother got cloned, man. That's like that movie.
He didn't get cloned, bro. This is what happens when the Most High makes you reprobate. This is a tool, right, for us to use. Because, like I was saying, right, he never congregated with anybody, so his spirit was never able to get recharged. When you get around brothers, you might be going through a slump where you feel like I don't feel like doing this crap. You know what I mean? I just want to chill at home and whatever. As soon as you get around the brothers, though, it instantly comes back. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Why the hell was I trying to be at home? What the heck is wrong with me? I need to be right here every Saturday, right? We need to do this junk Monday, Tuesday. Like you start you recharge as soon as you get around the brothers. You know what I'm saying? And I know the sisters feel like that too. You be like, damn, I don't even feel like going. I don't want to get dressed and all that type of stuff. Because some of y'all be trying to look pretty when y'all come to camp. You know what I mean? And then as soon as you get around the sisters, it's, oh yeah, I love being here. Oh, we should make sandwiches and have a picnic while they teach. Right? So that's what be happening. Everybody gets a recharge. He never experienced that because he didn't congregate with anybody, right? And that's a necessary thing. And there's a lot of other things he didn't experience. As far as the brotherhood, he didn't get the true history aspect of it. He didn't get to learn from a teacher. All of his learning came from his own studies, right? Which also led him to go astray. When you lean on your own understanding, the Most High can make you a reprobate. When you don't go and, knock at the footsteps of the elder's door, you know what I'm saying? When you don't go knock on the elder's door and lay at their footsteps, when you're not trying to gain that knowledge at their voice, right? Trying to hear the law at the priest's lips. All these different proverbs. I know I messed up some of them, was paraphrasing, but y'all get the point, right? It's a lot of things that he didn't get to experience biblically, even though he was teaching the Bible. And it's mainly because, well, we don't really know if he was in it for real. All we know is that he found out that blacks were the Israelites, right? And he made a video about it. He put the video together really well, learned how to control the algorithm on YouTube. It was from a few years ago, so it wasn't all these videos out yet. Once his caught 1 million views, everybody else started making videos and made it harder for everybody else, right? I'll do the voices as the class go. The time will go by for us to do that. But go ahead, Knock. I want y'all to see this.
God.
Black history. According to the public school system, Negroes were brought to America in 1619, forced.
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah. And by the way, we're not going to play all this video, not even close. Just a couple of timestamps because there are certain things in the video that we're about to play where he completely contradicts himself, right? And this is a video where I know he knows what he said because it's got over 1 million views. He probably watched it a couple of times himself, right? So, this video in particular, like I said, it woke a lot of people up. He's got history in it. He's got clips from the History Channel, right? And now, when you see in the video that we're going to play in a minute from a few days ago, he's speaking as if the history that he taught in this video a couple years ago never even happened, right? You know how that white guy that was running for president, DeSantis, was trying to teach the people in Florida that slavery didn't happen?
Right.
This nigga believed it. He must live in Florida. Because he's teaching on YouTube like he can't say anything about slavery. Right? So, yeah, that's kind of why we're explaining this. So I want you guys to understand, listen to what he's saying here, because in a minute, when we play his current video from a couple days ago, I want you guys to see how it's a complete, 360 Mitt Romney flip-flop. Right? Go ahead.
Yeah.
To work as slaves on plantations until one day this great white man named Abraham Lincoln came along and felt bad for the slaves and signed the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, which freed the slaves. But there were still some bad whiteys in the southern states that passed Jim Crow laws for segregation.
He wouldn't dare say whiteys now.
There came more whites that felt bad and then gave blacks civil rights in the 1960s. Then allowed a black man to have the presidential office named Barack Obama. Now blacks are finally equal to whites. We can all get along. The end. Now, moving right along to our English lecture for the day. I don't think so. Black history. What do you know about black history? Let me ask you a question. Prior to the transatlantic slave trade in the 1600s, what was your nationality? What did you call yourself? Some may say African. Well, Africa is a continent, and in that continent, there's over 47 different countries in there. Which one do you come from? What language did you speak prior to the 1600s? Was it English? There's over 1,500 dialects being spoken in the land of Africa. Pick one.
How many timestamps you got?
Just 3.
All right, I want you to skip to one of the other ones because I don't want to play this whole thing. But here, as you see,
Slaki, I was gonna say, Slaki, he's just gonna say that. Well, in the next few seconds, he's gonna say that we are
in the next few seconds or whatever. If one of them is here,
yeah, I was gonna let this play a few more seconds and go to the next timestamp.
All right, well, hold on here. So, but as y'all see, right, he's speaking from the standpoint of us being Israelites, clearly. And he's about to say something, I guess, from what Knock is about to play. But the stuff he's about to say in the new video, I also want to point out he doesn't even believe the Bible anymore. He doesn't think it's real. He's going to say things like, if the God of the Bible is real, and these things are really supposed to be happening, what do you guys think would be going on now? Right? Why isn't it happening to black people now if this God is real? So he doesn't even believe the Bible anymore. Right? So that's also something that we're dealing with. That's the reason, hence the title for the class, our class, right? When the Most High makes you a reprobate. This is a brother that made a pretty good, pretty well put together video, and now doesn't even believe in the Bible, right? Could you say it's because he never joined the camp? Not really. Could you say it's because he never congregated? You could. Could you say it's because he probably never kept the real Passover? Probably never did tabernacles. Probably never did a Day of Atonement. None of that stuff, right? He never got engrossed in the culture, which is the whole thing you're supposed to take back, right? Ain't that the reason he's asking these questions? That's the reason why it's good to join a camp or a congregation, right? We're not saying that because people have to do it, because we're saying it's a sin if you don't, because that's how you Facebookalites like to try to make it seem. But that ain't the point. The point is so that you don't end up like this nigga right here. When you end up by yourself, you're left to your own devices, and your own devices are going to make you wear all white one day and say a bunch of dumb stuff that completely contradicts the video that you put proof in, and where you took a lot of the talking points from other people that actually did the real research. Because if you listen, about 139% of the stuff he's going to say, 139% out of 144,000%, 139,000% of the stuff he's going to say is going to come from stuff we said, we being Israelites in camps, right? Now, I didn't watch the video, so I don't know if he's going to shout out camps, and that's how a lot of people end up finding them. But I think they end up finding them because a lot of people watched his video, and then when they went and typed in Israelites on YouTube, they found the camps, and the camps were saying the same thing he said in the video, because his whole video wasn't information that he actually did and looked up himself. It was talking points from camp videos that he watched. You understand what I'm saying? And I can say that confidently because now we're going to see, once Knock finishes these 3 timestamps, the knowledge he has, the actual knowledge he has, which is the standpoint he speaks from now on his channel, the Brooklyn Saint. he doesn't actually have knowledge of any of the history or any of the things that the Israelites in camp speak about, right? That's because he didn't go to learn any of the things. So whatever camp he was watching, if they didn't put it on that specific YouTube channel he was getting his information from, his talking points, then that means he didn't learn that information, right? And that's a problem with a lot of you guys too, right? A lot of y'all go online and y'all be trying to regurgitate stuff that you heard from some dude. Don't even know that nigga you heard it from is completely wrong. He just heard it from another nigga. Didn't even research it to see if it was right. He got cut. He stopped saying it a long time ago, but you heard it from him and you thought it was right, and you still regurgitating it. Now you just put it on the internet and you sound stupid because the dude you heard it from don't even say it no more. He already got cut publicly, right? It's because a lot of people don't do research. They just regurgitate stuff. You feel me? When you regurgitate information and you don't have it set in your heart because you actually found the right answer to the question, right? It's easy for somebody or something to just, sweep you up off your feet. It's easy for you to be shaken by every wind of doctrine. It's easy for Satan to just easily come and take away the word that, quote unquote, was sown in your hearts, right? Was it really sown in your hearts if you didn't actually see it for yourself, though? Feel what I'm saying? The truth shall set you free, right? The definition of truth is the law, but the definition we have of truth is the facts. And when you look up the facts, it does something to your mind, your heart, right? About that particular situation. Makes you confident about that thing, right? Puts you in a state where if somebody tries to come with something different because you saw something opposite of what they were saying, you can now put up an argument. You can stand on a square, right? You believe in something now. He didn't really believe in this because he never did the research for himself.
Right.
And I'm going to prove it to you. Go ahead, Knock. Continue the video.
What clothing did you wear? Was it high heels and stilettos? Skinny jeans and Vans?
If we had time, hey,
what food?
2 more seconds. If we had time, I would show you guys the videos that he got these talking points from. It's a Jamaican dude from IUIC named Barnabas. Shout out to you, Barnabas. So he would go, "Hey, what's that you got on right there? Stilettos?" It's a video where he said this, that exact thing that he just plagiarized. You can watch the bruh. It's probably not even on there because the channel got deleted. But it's an old video where he talking to a lady in Atlanta, and she got these ugly stilettos on. You know what I'm saying? She going crazy and stuff like that. And Barnabas start getting on her. He basically used the talking point that Barnabas used in the video against a woman, an actual person, to bring up in this video. You know what I'm saying? Along with the other things that he said before this. Everything he said so far has come from a camp video, right? You don't have to do research if you're just going to regurgitate things that other people said, right? If it makes sense and you believe it, you might research a couple of websites and see it's true. Okay, all right, bet. But you didn't do real in-depth research. You didn't get any history, none of that stuff to really, allow you to be ingrained and engrossed in what you just claimed to believe in, what you just found to be true, right? You didn't find it to be true. You heard it was true. That's the point. Part of you got to do research. You know what I'm saying? You got to actually get into this thing in order to really believe it so that you don't end up like him, right? Go ahead.
What food did you eat? Hamburgers and hot dogs? French fries and SpaghettiOs? What religion did you partake in? Who was your God? Was it Christianity and Cesare Borgia? Most of you have no idea about the answer to these questions. You have no recollection of any history prior to the transatlantic slave trade. Now, is that a coincidence or by random chance? I don't think so. Have you ever asked yourself, why is it that in the public school system that every time the subject of Black history is taught, it always begins in the 1600s and with slavery? Why is that? Doesn't that raise some antennas and spark inquiry? Why is it that the public school system is so committed to revolving black history solely on the past 400 years? Why is that? Is it because there's a deficiency in historical data? Or maybe because there's no history at all prior to the 1600s. Maybe black people just poofed out of thin air, sporadically, landed on slave ships, and they said, hey, we got a new species here, and start importing and exporting them all over the world. Maybe that's what happened. The question arises, what is the drawback on this history? Why does it keep being withheld? What's the big idea about it? Why is it being held hostage? That's the question. Why can't it be expounded on? 100 years prior to the 1600s? 300 years, 500 years, 1,000 years? Why is that information not being revealed? What's the big secret? What's the mysticism about it? What you're gonna come to realize is that your identity is the biggest kept secret on the planet Earth. Oh, you thought that NASA and the space station and the secret missions being conducted by them, oh, you thought that was the biggest kept secret on Earth. No, this is bigger than that. You thought that the government and the CIA and the FBI hiding information about UFOs and Planet X and Nubaru and aliens, you thought that was the biggest information and biggest kept secret.
Knock, how long is this timestamp?
This is bigger than that. The elite Confederate has, and they all know something that you don't know. And that's your identity. Ham, the youngest.
Okay, let me go to.
They all gonna be 10 minutes?
No. This one's gonna be. This I'm only gonna play short because it's gonna go into. Well, you'll see. It's gonna go into him showing all the captivities. I'm not gonna go through it all, but just so we can see that he said it.
Yeah,
right
well, I'll probably stop you in between. What you gonna? So we could like move on and stuff. But
find out is that.
Con. Let me find it here. I had it at 9.
So yeah, as you said, well, like as we said, for those of y'all that might be just coming in or whatever, coming back, we're showing you guys how the brother made a video a long time ago, a couple years ago, right? Woke a lot of people up, including 2 of the brothers on stage, knocking yakum ya, right? Brought people to camps, and it's how a lot of us camps got a lot of people, right? Over 1 million people saw this video. White people start making videos talking about blacks were the Israelites and all type of stuff off of seeing this video right here, right? It wasn't off of seeing our camps. They started coming to camps, and then that's how we started getting the videos, getting our boots kissed, right? One of which also got 1 million views on Facebook. And, you know, that's how camps like us and Sakari and all them other guys got famous and stuff like that, because we were actually seeing getting our boots kissed on video, right? And all that type of stuff. So, but yeah, this video did a lot for the truth, right? And the brother's done a complete 360. Mitt Romney, Gucci flip flop, and you know, he's different now. He don't believe the Bible. He loves the other nations. He puts their plight above the plight of the African Americans, because that's all he really talks about, African Americans. Even though he's African American himself, he speaks as if the things that happen to so-called black people are their own fault and have nothing to do with the oppressors that surround them on a day-to-day basis, that have put them in a position where a lot of them don't have the means to get out of their situation, right? Only some of them do. And some of them usually have to make a choice, right? It's not a one-shot decision like it is for people of other nations. Just go do this, right? It's either go do this or, and the or might be something important to them, right? Like take care of your mama, or, you know, you just had a baby, take care of your kid, whatever the hell it is, right? As opposed to going to do something that might get them out of their situation. So, or they might, you know, sell drugs to get them out of their situation, end up in a worse situation. Either way, you know, our people don't have the means to just be successful the way other people have the means to be successful in America, right? This first world country. And he's going to speak about it as if that's our fault. So that tells me there, he's either been listening to somebody that doesn't really know our situation and doesn't speak from the, standpoint of us, and he believed it, and or he never really did the research while being an Israelite to find out why we believe the things that we believe and teach what we teach, right? Why we say the Bible says this, and what things we can actually correlate it to within our lives, our lifestyle, from our people that prove these things to be true, right? Because in the next video, he's going to do a whole Deuteronomy 28 breakdown, hints, right? Hint, hint. And his Deuteronomy 28 breakdown is going to basically be about all the other nations. He's going to try to prove how everybody else fits Deuteronomy 28 and not the Black and Hispanic people. How about that? That's what you're about to see in a second. So continue watching this video so you can see that he's going to contradict himself, but that's what you're about to watch. Go ahead.
All right. Oh, I just had it. Hold on.
Under the hand of Pharaoh. You're the same exact people. And when you read the Bible, you'll find out that slavery is a central theme in the Bible. It's a reoccurring theme with the Israelites. The Israelites cannot run away and get away from serving slavery. It continues to happen over and over, all the way up until today. You came out of Egypt as slaves, came down into the land of Israel. No sooner as you got there, then you had the Assyrians come, capture the land of Israel, and take you and make you slaves. In the 9th year of Hoshea, the king of Assyria took Samaria and carried Israel away into Assyria.
So I just wanted to show how he's going through the captivities that our ancestors went through, starting with Assyria, and then of course going to the Babylonian captivity, and then so on and so forth. Which, when he goes into the video that we're going to see after this, you'll see the contradiction and the change that he has. But let me go ahead and I'm gonna move it up again, Cap, to another timestamp. Right.
All right, that's a bit.
It's about right.
Y'all pay attention, because he's going to contradict himself with a lot of this stuff. Because, Deuteronomy 28 is usually what everybody's videos breakdowns are about, right? When they're trying to explain to you about you being an Israelite, right? That's the first thing they go into. So he's going to use Deuteronomy 28 talking points. I don't know if he actually went over Deuteronomy 28, because once I didn't see the video, but he's going to use Deuteronomy 28 talking points. Oh, he did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so perfect. So yeah, that's even worse. He's going to go over Deuteronomy 28 in this video. We're not going to play it, but he might play a little bit of the timestamp or whatever, but we're not going to actually play the video. You know what I'm saying? But in the video that we are going to play, he's going to contradict this entire masterpiece that he made with over 1 million views. Because he's going to speak now as if Deuteronomy 28 doesn't even apply to Black people. He's going to prove how he doesn't understand that the curses aren't all supposed to be for right this minute.
Right.
It's just all the curses are supposed to fit a certain people, right? No matter what time period it was in. All of them have to fit, right? They can't be the Czechoslovakian people got this one, and the East Indian people got this one, and the Black Americans got that one.
Right.
No, that ain't what we're talking about. It's one group of people has to go through all the curses. All these curses shall be a sign and a wonder in the life forever. Right? That's how it is. So go ahead.
So I wanted to show this because he not only uses the Bible, right, to give his premise for this particular video, but he goes into secular sources, and pretty much everybody's familiar with Dr. Rudolph R. Windsor's book, From Babylon to Timbuktu, right? So he actually goes in this book and shows the history of what took place as the things like slavery, right? Because he's going to go against that in another video. But I'm just going to play a little bit, and then we're going to get to Captain's video.
The Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa,
You stole that from
fleeing
Babylon
from
and
Roman
Timbuktu.
persecution and
Yacht quoted
slavery.
up.
The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves.
So,
and he didn't have to read it because we teach that exact talking point.
Right. Exactly.
He didn't have to read it. Go ahead.
No. I ain't gonna. That's it. That's all I was gonna show. Because I just want to give him a little bit of what he, how it was before years ago when he brought this video out versus what you're gonna show now.
So that's how we met Yasharalim, right?
Time.
Now, see what he's on now.
And so understand that he has the right to think this, and I expect him to think this way.
Yeah, Captain.
Background that.
Can you go back to what he says about for those who are in the truth that they?
It wasn't him that said it. It was a comment.
Huh?
It was a guy that read the comment in the truth.
No. He said those who may be in the truth may want to not watch this video because it might put something in their head.
Oh, you want me to okay, yeah, okay, gotcha. Okay. All right, so this is somebody. I don't know if this guy's in the truth or not, but he mentions Deuteronomy 28. He's gonna say like it's a fake DNA test.
Right.
So, yeah, check it out.
When you seek man's opinion, you get what he thinks. When you seek the Most High, you get the answer he gave. Deuteronomy 28, verse 45 to 46. The curses are for a sign that you may know who you are. Upon that.
Okay, so this is clearly an Israelite writing this comment, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the reason he made this video, to respond to a person, right? About Deuteronomy 28. This person is putting Deuteronomy 28, 45, and 46 in the perspective of Israelites, saying that this is something that basically is supposed to prove who you are, right? If you go through these curses, it's supposed to be a sign and a wonder upon your seed forever, right?
Right.
So every time, no matter who you are, what generation you are, as long as you're one of the 12 tribes of Israel, you're always going to be able to go down the line of your history and find things from this Deuteronomy 28 that match your history and the things that happen to your people specifically. If you are an Israelite, right? If you're not an Israelite, you won't be able to go through the timeline of your history and find every single thing in there that can happen. So that shows me the way he's going to talk about certain things in this video, like what he's about to say. He didn't know the history from the get-go, because if he did, he wouldn't have even been able to make this video from the standpoint that he's standing on.
Right.
Thy seed forever. Yah did not say DNA test, so I would follow the curses. Yah bless. So this is the comment that the gentleman left, basically saying that the curses in Deuteronomy 28 are more reliable than a DNA test to find his lineage of being an Israelite descendant. And so understand that he has the right to think this, and I expect him to think this.
My bad. Hold on a second.
This way, coming from the background that he comes from. But what I want to do is I want to go over some of the parts of Deuteronomy 28. And what I want to do is show you why this is an unreliable and a largely inaccurate way to determine your ancestry, right? So if you're someone that is from a similar background and of similar thinking, and you want to stay firm in your beliefs, understand, then this is the time right now that you should probably skip this video, because it's going to plant some seeds in your mind, right? So I want to put that out right now. So let's go to Deuteronomy 28 in the King James Version, and let's go to the parts that people use as a replacement for a DNA test to show who the Israelites are today.
Now, hold on. Before we go, right, because this is something that Israelites used to use as a talking point. Some have found ways to use DNA. It's a reliable source if you want to get into the, nicks and crannies of it. But just watch this for a second.
DNA testing can determine where in Africa our forebears were from. Among those using the test to trace their family's past, Spike Lee, Oprah Winfrey, and actor Isaiah Washington, one of the stars of Grey's Anatomy.
Brother Washington, for your mitochondrial DNA, it's quite common among the Mende and Temne people in Sierra Leone.
trace their ancestry back to Africa, a history totally lost to them.
If you think about young African Americans growing up thinking that the history started with slavery, I mean, how do you think that impacts their psyche? We went through slavery. We didn't start with slavery.
To Vi Higginson, the prospect of tracing even a tiny fraction of her ancestry back to Africa was enthralling. 60 Minutes sent her DNA to African Ancestry, as well as to several other genetic genealogy companies, to see what they could tell us about Vi's maternal lineage.
I'm sitting on the edge of my seat.
Kittle's company sent Vi what they call a certificate of...
You heard what she said, right?
Right. I wonder if they caught that.
Probably didn't. I know the duck monkey didn't catch it.
Can you explain what mitochondria?
5 or 6 or 5 million different DNA companies, and they only traced one person DNA. You got 2 parents, right? A patriarchal parent and a mitochondrial parent.
Right.
So, listen.
To see what they could tell us about Vi's maternal lineage.
You have a paternal lineage and a maternal lineage. Whose lineage did they look for? All of these companies?
Genealogy companies, to see what they could tell us about Vi's maternal lineage.
So it was only the maternal lineage that they could tell her something about. How does the Bible judge us as people? How do we determine our pedigree?
By the seed of your father.
This was on national television. You want to grab that right quick?
Hey, Elliot, let me say something.
Go ahead.
That company there that they use, they give the people a choice of what parent they want, whether it's maternal or paternal.
Oh, really? 23andMe do that now?
Decide.
Oh, that's Ancestry.com. Which one?
The African Ancestry.
African Ancestry.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. Interesting. I want to see what the rest of the video says then. But read that for me. They shouldn't give you mitochondrial anyway if you're Black, Hispanic, or Native American.
Right.
You're trying to find out where you actually come from.
Right.
And they know where you come from. No offense to the mitochondrials out there, but y'all are just the soil, not the seed.
Right.
We need to know what the seed is to find out what plant is this. What did you sprout from? What are you? Right? You need the seed for that to happen. If you don't have the seed, you can't determine what it is. So the paternal DNA is the only thing that DNA, companies should be able to give you, if we're being real.
You want me to read that out of the script?
Yeah, I think they was. Yeah, one of y'all get it so we could play the video.
You got it not.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1, and verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, by their polls.
Mm-hmm. All right, listen.
I'm sitting on the edge of my seat.
Kittle's company sent Vi what they call a certificate of ancestry.
Oh my God.
It says that you share maternal genetic ancestry with people from the Mendi tribe in Sierra Leone. Do you know anything about Sierra Leone or the Mendi people?
No.
Nothing.
People have been waiting a lifetime because it's
in Africa. You could say that I'm from a tribe, Haitian, a people.
Sierra Leone wasn't the only answer Vi got. A company called Relative Genetics found a match to a single person in the Wobi tribe in the Ivory Coast.
Different?
Wait, so I'm from the Ivory Coast and the Mendi people?
So now what's going on, right?
Oh, wait, I'm from the Ivory Coast, the Mindi people, and the Igbo people? Oh, I'm Yoruba, Ivory Coast, Yoruba. I'm, uh, say
Hey,
it.
you need to do voiceovers, boy.
Now, I got all excited about that, and this is different. Now, how could that happen?
Then a third company, Trace Genetics. Your particular sequence matches sequences reported among multiple Mendanka individuals.
Even the white lady scoffing. White lady, What? Y'all see this? She even thinks it's funny.
In Senegal.
What's up with this?
And family tree DNA.
What's up with this? Right? When the last time you seen Hillary Clinton say that?
The company that linked Vi with Marion in the first place, came up with a whole list of matches. This goes on and on.
My goodness.
You got 3 pages of matches from one company. Like, all right, this is enough. I just wanted to show you, no matter what he say, right? DNA is not the way. Okay? The laws are definitely 144,000% more accurate because you can actually trace them back to your people, right? You might not know exactly what tribe you come from, but you know who your people is, and you could trace history back on your people and find out what they went through, right?
Right.
That's how we was able to trace, black people was black people, you know what I'm saying? Before that, they was in West Africa or other places in Africa. Before that, they was in Israel, you know what I'm saying? Brothers like Arthur Windsor, who made the or Rudolph Windsor, who made the Babylon and Timbuktu, right? He was able to, he was able to go over there and actually do the research, right? He went overseas, he went to Africa, he went to the Middle East, he spoke to people and got the research. He says it in his book, quotes the people he spoke to and stuff like that. So you're able to go and trace back the history if you just know the nation of people, the ethnicity you come from. The ethnicity they label us as is black, right? You can trace black people all the way back to Israel if you ask the right people and trace the right history, right? Hence the right history, the correct people. You have to look up the right stuff, right? But there is answers to them questions out there. Hence how we were able to find the answers, right? That brother would have had the answers if he, asked the right people. So I'm gonna pull his video back up, and you'll hear now that he didn't ask the right people and what the result of that is. This is the result of what happens when you don't, get some elders that you can learn from, when you don't get a body that you can learn from, even if you're not congregating all the time. You need to be going to some of the feast days, at least the major ones. You know what I'm saying? Catch you a couple new moons if you can't go to all of them. But there needs to be a, engrossing yourself in the culture the same way you was willing to do that for the freaking crackers in America. You know what I'm saying? You was making whatever happened on the 4th of July, whatever happened on Juneteenth, whatever happened on Thanksgiving, whatever happened on Christmas. But y'all don't put the same effort in for the truth. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get back to doing that. And that would probably make people more willing, you know what I'm saying? And make them want to actually come and congregate a little bit more with different camps and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? If we were more friendly and stuff like that to the people on the outside, that's how I need to be. Need to be more welcoming so that people don't end up like this brother, right? It's a lot of people like him. They're keyboardites. They might be shy. They're afraid to come around you guys all the time. You know what I'm saying? Be peaceable. Be personable. So they could be attracted to your congregation and be cool just showing up if it's just to pull up. Those of y'all that allow that to happen. You know what I'm saying? So listen to this duck monkey though.
And so by doing so, we're going to start at verse 15 and then we're going to go all the way up. So let's start at verse 15 right here. It says, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." Right? And so this is someone that's writing through the character Moses and telling the Israelites that if they do not follow all.
Did you hear that? This is somebody writing through the character Moses. As if Moses wasn't a real person. And this person writing it is just some random guy who doesn't know Moses. He's just writing it. And I need a name for this character. What should I call him? Moses. Like, bruh, really? Do you see what happens when the Most High makes you a reprobate? This is the beginning, the very beginning of his breakdown. Moses ain't even a real person. But the Quran believes in him. They got history to track him. They got Egyptian names for him.
Moses ain't no real person.
You see why history is important, especially when understanding the truth. But you know, the Bible that he claimed to believe in, even now, Brooklyn Saint, don't know what you're the saint is, if, like what you're the saint of if you don't believe in the Bible. But give me Job 8:8, because the Bible itself basically tells you that you need to look into history, specifically your own, right?
I got
very important. Without doing this, you won't understand the gist of the Bible and why you're supposed to implant yourself within it, right? In order for us to really understand what the Bible's about and for us to really get it, you got to put yourself in it. Every time you read it, the story's got to be you in the story, because it is you in the story. It's your ancestors, it's your family. That's how you'll feel it and understand what Isaiah was seeing, what Ezekiel was seeing, what Jeremiah was seeing, what Habakkuk was seeing, what Michael was seeing. You know what I'm saying? What Obadiah saw when Esau fall. You get to see all that stuff when you you make yourself Obadiah while you're reading the scriptures. You the only ones have the ability to do that, though, because it's actually you. Spiritually, you'll be able to put yourself there, right? If you got the spirit to do it, if you know what I mean. The Holy One, right? Everybody don't have that. Everybody don't have that ability. So everybody's not going to be able to understand the Bible from that standpoint. They won't be able to fully put themselves within the story of the Bible, right? So it won't ever, won't be nothing to ever tell them, maybe I should go look up the history so I actually know what I'm talking about. So I actually understand how this fits me and my people. There's no, urge to do that when you just heard the regurgitation of somebody else's argument and it made sense. And then you just start to regurgitate that to the best of your ability, right? Or a bunch of those arguments from a bunch of different people, which is what he did, without actually looking up the information and grounding yourself with it, you know what I'm saying, on your own. He didn't have a solid foundation. Ain't that what the story that Yahweh Shah told to the people was about, right? We don't have a solid foundation in this truth, you know what I'm saying? You could fall on stony ground. You could fall amongst thorns, right? Your foundation got to be strong so that whatever's thrown at you, you'll be able to stay in the truth, right? If you get knocked off, you could jump back on your feet and still be here in the truth. Not hop up off your feet and be in damn Egyptology, or hop up off your feet and be in hydroponic organic growth and veganism or whatever the hell the nigga doing that. Know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Job 8:8.
It's the book of Job, chapter 8 and verse 8. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare. For inquire, I pray thee.
He said, I pray thee, bro. I'm begging you.
Thee.
I'm begging you. Go back and look into your history. Because if you don't, you're going to end up like the Brooklyn Duck Monkey. I'm not calling him a saint. I'm taking that name from him. He's the Brooklyn Duck Monkey. Go ahead.
Donkey!
Yeah, the Brooklyn Duck Donkey.
For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of their fathers.
Mm-hmm.
For we are but of yesterday, and know nothing, because our days upon earth are a shadow.
See that? You're of yesterday, but know nothing because the days are a shadow. You forgot. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how glorious your people were, but it's in a book. You can go read it. You can learn.
That's right.
It's a bunch of books. Status of a shadow. It's hidden from you. Where'd they hide it? If you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in a book. That's one of the curses. Do they got a proverb like that for the Chinese people? Huh? Or the East Indians? Where do you hide something from an East Indian? In the corn garden? Do they even have corn in India? Where the hell do you hide something from? Huh? In Punjab? You hide it in the hair on this woman. I don't know. But there's no proverb for anybody like that other than us, right? I want you guys to understand that. In the whole Deuteronomy 28 is that situation. What this brother is going to try to convince everybody that doesn't know the Bible in this video is that it's the opposite. Nothing actually applies to us and us alone. It actually applies to all the other people.
All the laws that have been established for them, then there's a list of curses that are going to come upon them and overtake them. And so the idea is that the Israelites never followed all of the law, right? And therefore, that if this God is real and the Bible is true, then the curses that we're about to go over should be upon the descendants of the Israelites right now, right this very moment. They should be on these people. And so let's
put a 7 in the chat right now if you think that the curses right now are on Black, Hispanic, and Native American people. If you could put the number 7 in the chat, please put the number 7 in the chat if you believe that Black, Hispanic, and Native American people and the folks descended from us scattered abroad are going through the curses of Deuteronomy 28 right now as we speak. Okay, I see 7s. All right. Just making sure.
Read and let's see if this is the case. And if all these curses that are listed can be applied to fit any group and used to replace an actual DNA test, right? And so as we read each curse, we're going to place them in one of 4 categories and mark them and put them in a place where they would be designated, right? And so the categories are going to be Black American, multiple people, no one, and other, right? We're going to find out where the...
You see the categories, right? He thinks that some of these curses apply to nobody. Why the hell would they be in the book? You see the lack of history is detrimental.
Man, this brother.
How do some of these curses happen to no one? You idiot.
And then he got other. Who is the other? That joker's tripping,
the
man.
Aliens.
He's tripping.
The sea people. The reptilians. You know the others. You know, right. Nibiru and them.
Watch how he count these things
the
up.
Masons. You know, the trees that talk like in Lord of the Rings. I forget what they call them. The Grand Oaks or something. You know. The Pokemon, how to catch them all.
These curses should be placed in. Can they fit into the Black American category? Can they be applied to multiple people? Are they applied to no one? Or is this a other category, right? So let's continue going into verse 16, which says, cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. And so there's a whole lot of people that are cursed in the city and cursed in the field from all over the world. And we already know that there's a lot of people who...
Whole lot of, yeah. Are y'all is one of y'all on Deuteronomy 28 right now?
God.
Yeah, Con.
Can you read me just first verse 45 and 46? Somebody. Go ahead, Yakim, since you read the last verse.
Con, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes.
Look, it said how many curses? Just a couple of them?
All these curses.
So all the curses are going to pursue a certain people, right? until the Most High is, overtaking them. So that's the first thing that's going to happen. All of these curses are going to overtake a certain people. It doesn't say they're all going to be at the same time, right? But all of them are going to, at some point in time, happen to this people. Go ahead.
Time to hearken is not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So does everybody agree that when it says "and they should be upon thee," it is talking about all these curses that it talked about in the previous verse that have to apply to a specific people? It's not a couple of curses, right? So I want that to be understood. If the man actually got an understanding of what he was reading, that he's about to try to break down for however many people are going to see this video, for him on his side, his actual video, right? If it's 1 million people, 1 million people are not going to be confused because this is completely different than his first Deuteronomy 28 breakdown, for one. And two, this one is, extremely stupid because there's certain things within the chapter he's going to read, and he's going to go over the verses we just went over. We're going to get to that. But there's parts in there, like what we just read, where it talks about all these curses, which means that all of these things are going to apply to somebody. It's not some of them apply to this nation, some of them apply to this nation, this one applies to them, and this one applies to them. That's not how it's supposed to be, right? That's not a sign and a wonder on anybody. That's you went through this, you went through that. The last thing I'm going to say on it before we continue the video is the Israelites are supposed to be, according to Deuteronomy 7 and 6, the top nation on the planet. Yes?
Yes.
So if we're the top nation on the planet, why wouldn't the other people be in an impoverished state or a state that's supposed to be lower than us?
Come on. That point.
So wouldn't these things that are curses to the people that are the highest on the earth be things that naturally happen to every damn body else?
That's the point. Come on.
So wouldn't you always be able to say, hey, this is happening to the Slavic people? Do you know what Slavic means, you duck monkey? It means slave. Their nation is named slave people. Hell yeah, they gonna be chucking camels and walking donkeys, nigga. They're the Slavics. They're slaves. Oh, there's people in India. They're in a caste system. He gonna play a video with the Indian dude. We're gonna watch it. He gonna play a video with the Indian guy. Telling you guys, I don't want to interrupt this, so I'm telling you. We can play a video with the Indian guy, telling you guys that the Indians are the most impoverished people on the planet statistically, but that's because they have the most people on the planet besides China. The next people on the planet statistically after them is Nigeria. That's the most impoverished. And who predominantly runs the Nigerian population?
Right.
Is it Canaanites or is it Igbo and Yoruba? It's Israelite people. So that would mean that the next group on the planet, other than the most populated people that already lived in an impoverished state, the whole population of India, unless you're in the top tier caste, is impoverished. So if they got, I don't know, 700 million people in India alone, that means only like 100,000 of them isn't poor. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody else is broke. Dusty ain't got no shoes. They all smell like that old deodorant you smell when you walk into the Shell gas station. They all got on the same clothes. Like, that's what it is. It's a caste system. They even share gas stations when they come here because they used to doing that when they go back there. That's the state of the rest of the world. That doesn't mean that the curses are supposed to apply to them. That's not a curse for them. That's lifestyle. See the difference?
Salaki.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's a good point you just said just now, because a lot of these people that appear to be under the curses, they under it within their own nation. They wasn't captured and forced upon by another nation. They was under it. They under that condition because of their own selves. We got forced into it.
Huh. You know what I'm saying? We got forced into a lot of things. And let me ask y'all something, just you and Knock, right? Would y'all be cool having to work for, you know, $2 and be, you know, planting tomatoes and rice all damn day long for 12 hours? Would y'all be cool with that? In America? In y'all state, with y'all mind, the way y'all live, the way y'all spirit is built up, would you be cool wearing some rags, right? A kurta pajama, the little pointy shoes, you out in the field, or maybe you got sandals on, the Jesus slippers, right? You in the field, you either pulling donkeys all day or you're planting tomatoes for 12 hours in the East Indian sun. And everybody smell like the oldest Shell gas station in every town all of y'all on the chat live in. Because y'all know that's what they be smelling like. Don't nobody wear deodorant.
Oh my God.
It's like against the rules or something.
You be killing me.
You know what I'm saying? So if that's happening, would y'all be cool being in that situation?
No.
You'd want to leave immediately, right?
Some
brothers might kill themselves.
Right.
Put me to death. Like, it's niggas at home right now saying that. I'm not kill me. See them brothers in the Bible? They was we asked them to put us to death before we did any of that stuff.
Yeah.
We was trying to run off the plantation, knowing the nigga with the shotgun is right behind us, so he could shoot us in the back of the head, because we don't want to do this no more. Meanwhile, East India makes a whole caste system to make everybody's lifestyle slavery, and they're cool with it. They come here. Oh, yes, in India, buddy. Oh, my good buddy. You guys don't know what it's like in India? You guys don't know what it's like? Everybody has to work hard. You niggers are so lazy, my friend, buddy.
It's like you.
You know, Aladdin was black. Huh? He worked very hard. The magic carpet was not a magic carpet. It was a car. You guys are lazy, right? They say that because they know in our spirit we wouldn't be cool living the lifestyle that they live over there. It's not in our spirit to do that. But that's because we are spiritually the kings and the priests of the Most High. We the gods of the earth.
Right.
That's beneath us. That's why you can't go to the restaurant and the black people serving you and you actually get good service, nigga. It ain't gonna ever happen. Okay? Giving them a tip for no reason. And it's cool. They are people. But you know damn well you ain't never had a real good black, Hispanic, and Native American server ever. And I'm talking about y'all. It's okay, Tazara. I'm all right, buddy. But we ain't never been good servers. The reason why is because we're not good at serving. I yield. Go ahead, Knock.
No, here's another point, though. The scriptures say that Israel would be taken into captivity by their oppressors and enemies, right? When you use other countries and other nations like India with their caste system, or like China with their communism, it's their own people enslaving them. It's not another nation of people, right? I just want to bring that point out. How you?
My bad. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that's the deal. We're not good at serving. We're not good at none of the stuff that the other nations are good at in that capacity. It's because it's not meant for us to do that. We're never gonna be good at it. They're good at it though. So this brother's gonna spend this whole video trying to convince people, hey, look, the other nations are going through these things that are the curses that we claim, but they're not curses for the other nations. It's their lifestyle. That's what was meant for them. It ain't gonna change when the kingdom come. They gonna be in the same position. Only they not gonna think they could come to America and have a better life. That's not gonna be their dream. Their dream is gonna be able to come to Israel to give you, brothers and sisters, right? Us, Most High willing, up on stage, right? It's gonna be to give us a piece of damn bread, because most of them ain't gonna have no real riches to give us. We gonna have taken that when we take the land. The victuals and the things they're gonna have to bring us is gonna be, you know, crops and they donkey and the first of their kind, and maybe like, you know, when they daughters and stuff get old enough, brothers might want them a little Elamite or something like that. All right, buddy, you want my daughter? Yes. I give you a daughter. Yes. No, I don't want your daughter. She smell like you, but she could cook. Know what I'm saying? What's Happy Draw Muhammad Day? I don't know nothing about Muhammad. I don't draw Muhammad either. If you go and draw Muhammad though, Mickey Mouse, make sure you draw him as a white guy. Okay. Okay. Let's continue the video. Happy Draw Muhammad Day. Okay.
Who call themselves black people that fit this for sure. But once you expand your consciousness past the little world of
how we get Mickey Mouse in the chat, somebody tell me that. That's wild.
Being a black person, then you'll find out that there are other people who are in other places who are in the pit too, right? Some people in Romania who are cursed in the city and cursed in the field, right?
You telling me Mickey Mouse woke up and this nigga didn't? What is going on in the world, bro? This is crazy.
There's people in Bulgaria who are cursed in the city and cursed in the field, right? There's people in Slovakia who are cursed in the city and they're cursed in the field, right? There's people throughout India who are cursed in the city.
No, they're not cursed in the city or cursed in the field. They live in a lifestyle. That's what's real, nigga. That's how they live. Look at the shacks.
Right. That's their lifestyle. That's what it is.
You know why there's no buildings along the stretch of this? It's just nothing but shacks. Because that's how they live, like he just said. You think they know what a washing machine is? You think they give a damn? No. Dryer? What I need dryer for, buddy? I put it outside. Bro, they do this right now in America. They ain't using no dryer. They got a washer and dryer room in their house, and they use it as a storage room. I do pest control, bro. I be in their houses. They be these tech control, these tech people, right? The East Indians. They be tech people. They got 4 Teslas in their crib, right? 5,000 square foot house, movie theater in the basement. On the main floor, washer and dryer room, no washer and dryer in it. They got clothes baskets though, right? Outside in the backyard, you gotta watch where you're going and look up, because you could get hit by a Stone Cold Steve Austin clothesline at any moment, and it actually got clothes on it, blowing in the wind. You know what I'm saying? Whoever cut their grass, I know it sucked.
Right.
I know it sucked. Whoever sprayed their grass, I know it sucked. Because you gotta watch your step. Not because of dog crap or anything like that, because you might get your head knocked off, because they still live like this in America. They still putting their clothes on the clothing line because it's how they live. They ain't thinking about the washer and dryer. They buy ice when they go to the gas station, because they don't think about using the ice maker in their automatic refrigerator. They want to make ice cubes. It's lifestyle. It's not necessity. They're the smartest people on the planet. They making all your technology.
That part.
They get the biggest house in the neighborhood, a Tesla technology.
Yep.
Right? and wash their clothes by hand and dry the junk in their backyard, my dude. Do you understand what I'm saying? Are y'all getting what I'm saying?
God.
They get the touchscreen refrigerator and the touchscreen gas stove, not electric, right? But they wash their clothes by hand. They don't use the microwave. They grow their crops. They don't go to the grocery store. They grow their little tomatoes and their watermelons and their little, curry stuff in their backyard. They little, peppers and stuff. You walk to any Indian person backyard, I guarantee you something is growing back there.
Curry.
If I'm lying, I'm flying. I ain't being racist. I'm being factual. I'm telling the truth. I can prove it because I work for a living, having to go into their houses in their backyard. I will take pictures and post it on Instagram if y'all want me to. Every time you go into their backyard, they're growing something. Why? Because it's their lifestyle. When you go into a nigga backyard, the grass ain't cut. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Unless he got somebody cutting it. Or unless he got the time on his hands to cut it. Right? But majority of the time they don't. And a king ain't trying to go out there and cut no grass. So it's just going to grow. Right? He ain't going to have no weeds because he paying the HOA. He ain't trying to kick out his house. Right? Inside his crib, he using the microwave. He ain't worried about growing no crops. If anything's growing in the back of a Black, Hispanic, and Native American person's house, it's either going to be a watermelon, some peppers, or some ganja. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Hey, Yakamya, you was a cop. You know I'm telling the truth. You understand me?
They grow that in their closets in the house.
You see what I'm saying? So they don't even got it. Yeah, hydroponic. You know what I'm saying? They got the whole machine for that now. You could grow it in your former living room under a light. Right? You ain't got to go outside because, Black folk don't like to sweat their hair out or their waves out or their braids out. Right? I know I'm lying, sis. I'm telling the truth. This is Zebulon. She telling you we do it too. Look, you're not lying. 30 years ago, I was apartment manager. The whole backyard was a garden. Many herbs hanging to dry. Right? Because it's their lifestyle. They're going to do it. The East Indians going to have their stuff growing. Right? And they're going to treat their house like it's still this type of situation. They not wearing their shoes in the crib. It's an Indian person house when you're going through the neighborhood, any subdivision, because you're going to see 150 shoes by the front door and the back door. Nobody's walking inside with their shoes on. I promise you, I'm not telling the truth. If I'm lying, I'm flying. It's their lifestyle, right? Yakamya, can I walk in your house with the shoes on? No?
I let you do it.
No, okay, not me. People in general. Can you walk inside with the shoes on? No. Right? How many people you gonna have in your house?
Not many.
You gonna have 1,300 shoes outside your house in one time?
Lie to the eye.
You see what I'm saying? Niggas ain't doing that. You feel me? They're cool with that though, because it's their lifestyle. So again, you're gonna watch a video where this brother is gonna try to convince you the whole time that, hey, these people are going through the curses. See what I'm saying, Sister L? Hell no. Right?
That's right.
You're gonna see people though watching the video where this guy is gonna try to tell you that these curses fit anybody, not realizing, and the people watching it not gonna acknowledge, they're not curses for these other people though. You know what I'm saying? Folks in Nigeria and Ghana that's building their nation up now, The folks that's getting it built up, they building mansions and stuff like that. When you go over there, they got nice stuff. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You go to Tanzania, parts of Zimbabwe, where we not at, Cameroon, the Congo, Libya, ain't no stuff like that. Ain't no little Wakanda. Ain't no mansions. Ain't nobody driving no Rolls Royces. You know what I'm saying? Nigeria, though. Ghana. Ivory Coast. Wherever they building up stuff, wherever they putting the big skyscrapers and everything like that, best believe the Negroes is also living large. And it's always our people that's doing that. Why you think America look the way it look? All the places that we at look how they look. There's a bunch of people that got wealth that live in those areas because that's what we attract. When you go to places we're not at in the world, you don't see any of that stuff because their lifestyle isn't to, it's not to try to attain to that type of stuff. They only try that when they come here. Why is that? And then who do they emulate once they get the money? Who do they start dressing like?
That part.
Right? Because when you get the bread, your spirit is really to put yourself in the position of an Israelite. Them white guys that be diplomatic, they don't spend all their money, they're frugal, but they always got on a $5,000 suit. And they act uppity. There was Israelites that used to act like that. They got their money and they took their spirit. Right? They don't know they're emulating a Negro, Hispanic, or Native American, but they are. When we were back in, Europe, when we ran things, that's the way we used to act. That's where the bourgeois mentality came from. The uppity nigga, as they call it now, right? That spirit was on so many people once they get the bread because that's how your ancestors acted when they had money back in the day. Right?
God.
So, that's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. A lot of the things he's going to say are automatically invalid because the people that he's talking about are supposed to be in the situation that they're in. We are not supposed to be in the situation that we are in. That's why it hurts us to be in a situation. A brother working too hard for too long will want to kill his damn self. He get tired of doing it. East Indian will say, yes, buddy, it's my job. I'm supposed to work. You're supposed to work hard. We had to have a verse in the Bible put there to remind us of the curse. You gonna have to get everything you get by the sweat of your brow.
Right.
The sweat of your brow was mentioned like that to let you know, well, you're gonna have to do this hard labor. And when you read the context of it, it was a punishment. We wasn't supposed to be doing no hard labor. Y'all supposed to feel like Elder Matatua. I don't never get my hands dirty, brother. I don't never get my hands dirty, brother. He tell me that every time I see him. That's why I said that. Shout out Elder Matatua. But we ain't supposed to get our hands dirty, right? The other people supposed to serve us. They're supposed to deal with us in that type of way. And that's the way our business is supposed to be handled. But we're in a situation where we're serving the other people. That's actually one of the curses, is it not? That's because we're not supposed to be in that situation. So I yield with that. Now I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to let him listen. Play the video. Y'all listen carefully because you're going to hear a lot of contradictions as opposed to what you might have heard in the first one. We're going to let this play for a little bit. Anytime y'all come out and knock, y'all want me to stop, just let me know.
God.
And who are also cursed in the field, right? There's people in Pakistan that are cursed in the city, and they're also cursed in the field. There's people in the Philippines that are cursed in the city and who are cursed in the field, right? And there's many, many more people throughout the world that are cursed in the city and who are also cursed in the field, right? And so this verse, it could be applied to multiple people today. Let's continue. Verse 17. Cursed shall be thy basket and be thy store. Now, however you want to interpret this verse, this could also apply to multiple people throughout the world who could see this and say, my basket is cursed and my store is cursed. Multiple people. Verse 18. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind and the flocks of thy sheep. Now, only part of this verse is even relevant because most black people don't even own sheep or cattle, right? Not owning sheep and cattle today, this is not a curse because that's not the society that most people live in within the Western world, right? But it was important to these writers because that was the world that they knew as herders, right? So sheep and cattle, if you didn't have those back then, somehow that can be considered a curse. But today, this is only relevant to a significant degree only to farmers in the Western world, right? Who actually use sheep and cattle for their business and their job and their employment, right? So I would categorize this in the other category, right? Let's move on to verse 19.
Now y'all know what other means.
Cursed shall thou be when thou comest in.
Whatever.
And cursed shall thou be when thou goest out. Now this could apply to multiple people depending on how you interpret this verse, right? Cursed when you come into the land because of all the.
Wait, what did he say? What did you say?
I said, now y'all know what other means.
Oh, the other. Was he referring? Was he referring to Esau?
Farmers and other because they're not a nation.
Right.
This could be for the farmers. So we're just gonna say farmers, other.
But he only showed pictures of Edomites with sheep.
Yeah, because the Edomites are the only farmers he cares about. Make America great again. Farmers for Trump. You know what I'm talking about?
God.
Another question.
Poverty and all the.
Yeah.
So, I think it was verse 17 he was going over. Curse shall be. Let me look back at it real quick. No, the fruit of thy land, increase that kind of flocks of thy sheep. Nope, never mind. Go ahead and play. I'm thinking of another verse. Slocking.
A crime and curse when you go out because you don't fit in and people are looking down upon you, right? Because of where you come from. However you want to interpret.
What?
What did you? Wait a minute.
That's not what I'm gonna say now. God damn. That is not what that means. Like these curses have a meaning. They don't just. The Bible is not of any private interpretation. That's something else I got to say because he's going to repeat 100 million times. Have you want to interpret this scripture? Have you want to interpret this? Have you want to interpret that? It ain't however you want to interpret anything. It's not of any private interpretation. You're supposed to go into the Hebrew, find out what the heck this said exactly, and interpret it exactly how it was said in the context it was written in.
God.
That's the only way you're supposed to say it. If Yasharalim, the Brooklyn Duck Monkey wannabe saint, wrote a book, we're not supposed to come back 15 years later and say his book said The Color Purple was a bad movie. If it said The Color Purple was a great movie, except for the new one, right? We're not supposed to just change his words and say he said The Color Purple was a bad movie. We're not supposed to do that. However you want to interpret it. He could have been talking about the old one or he could have been talking about the new one. We don't know, right? We're not supposed to do that. We're supposed to say exactly what was written. That's what he's not explaining in the story, right? As far as how he's breaking down these scriptures. So he's not explaining that, and he's not explaining that the Most High only chose one people, so only one people can be cursed. Meaning whatever situation all the other people is in, that's a situation they was going to be in regardless. They not chosen.
This verse, there's multiple people who can apply it to themselves because of how vague and how broad and how general this verse is, right? Let's move on to verse 20. The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me. Again, another general verse that could be interpreted to mean many different things and applied to multiple people, right? And so India, this is a country that's having a very hard time economically and has many people who are destroyed and perishing quickly.
The most crucial thing for Indians to understand is that if you look country-wise data, India has the largest number of poor population anywhere in the world. The second perhaps is Nigeria, but we are much, much above the Nigerian standards also in terms of absolute number of people living under extreme poverty.
So look, the Indian guy mentioned Nigeria, right? And he did it with like such disdain and lack of importance for them. Perhaps it's India. I mean, perhaps it's Nigeria that's next on the list. But India, we have an astonishing more number, bigger number. He couldn't speak English. We had an astonishing more number, bigger number of people who are living in poverty. What he should have said was, we have a lot more people in the country, right? We have a lot more people in India than there is in Nigeria. Therefore, by default, India itself would naturally have more impoverished people because you have more people per capita than Nigeria has.
Right.
Right? And everybody in India is poor, according to y'all caste system, damn near. So if you got more people than Nigeria and more than half your people are registered poor, yeah, that means you're going to have the highest number statistically. But that doesn't mean the statistic means you have the most poor people, right? If you averaged out the poor people, via actual poverty and not the lifestyle of your caste system versus the poor people in Nigeria, I guarantee you the actual poor people in Nigeria versus the actual poor people minus the lifestyle in India, you know what I'm saying? The people poorer than the lifestyle, they're much fewer than the people in Nigeria that are poor. So that's something to take into account that I know he didn't take into account, and that he's not allowing the people that watch his video to take into account because they're not going to be thinking that deep about it.
You see that? So let's keep going. Verse 21. The Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee until he have consumed thee from off the land, whether thou goest to possess it. The Black Americans have possessed a lot of land in America, and I have yet to see or read about any pestilence or disease consuming them off the land today, right? But a case could be made for this happening in the past with the Europeans in the 1300s, where the epidemic called the Black Plague wiped out upwards of 50% of that population, right? And this also happened with the Native Americans, where the European colonizers introduced smallpox disease.
We Israelites, yeah. You see the fingers on the stand right there? Just saying.
Which killed upwards of 90% of their population, right? And the latest disease epidemic that we had was COVID, which did not consume Black people off of the land that they possess, right? They're still over there in Chicago. They're still in.
Hey, Yakum Ya.
God.
What state you in? In fact, don't say that. In the state you in, who was the highest population of deaths? What ethnicity or nationality of people had the highest number of deaths because of COVID?
So-called African American.
Oh, okay. Hey, Knock, are you in a different state than Yakum Ya?
God.
In your state, same question. Who died the most because of COVID?
It was, well, the documented was there was plenty of so-called African Americans that I had a couple of friends actually had passed away from it personally. So yeah.
Sorry to hear that. Hold on a second.
But I would look at that because of, like you said, per capita too.
Ethnicity.
How they classify us. Just that group.
Let somebody in the chat answer for New York and them heavy populated states.
You said somebody in the chat doing what?
Answer for New York and up north. I heard they had a large casualty casualty amount.
Word. Yeah, I bet. Well, look, Google answered for everybody. I'm gonna just pull this up real quick before we get back to the video. What ethnicity died the most during COVID? Age standardized data show that the NHOPI, Hispanic, and AIAN people are at about 1.5 times greater risk of COVID-19 infection than white people. Right? Hispanic and black people are about twice as likely to die from COVID as their white counterparts. Why didn't they mention the East Indian people?
Right.
The Asian people, the
Right.
African people,
Right.
the Arab people, Czechoslovakian people, the Russian people.
Wait a minute.
None of them. But they mentioned niggas, Hispanics, right?
What's the Hopi?
I think that's a
national historically oppressed people. No, I don't know.
This is crazy.
Is that a Native American?
Hopi. What the hell? Hell yeah. Nah, not really.
No, not really. I see it. Yeah, Malaysian.
Not really.
Or
Japhetite.
Micronesia, Polynesian. Okay.
Let me see. Was that other one Native American? American Indian? Yeah.
There's that AIAN. Also.
That's it. That's Native American. So
Okay.
Black, Hispanic, Native American, and Japhet.
There we
Japhet
go.
is supposed to be in the tents. Japhet's supposed to be in the tents of Judah. So that makes sense too. But when it gets to who's dying twice as likely, it's Hispanic, which, you know, the natives would be included with the Hispanics. So the Polynesian and all them other people are not really included in who's dying twice as likely, right? They just put up who died the most. So, yeah. But that's that, right? He said that today, COVID-19 didn't sweep black people off their feet. Well, statistically, the lie detector determined he was lying, right? He didn't know what he was talking about. So, again, history is important. If he would have looked up history, he would have realized he was wrong about that. I mean, COVID just happened a couple years ago. It wasn't even that long, right? 2019, that's when it started, right?
Yeah, that 2019.
Yeah, go ahead.
Slocket Cap. I know that we're doing a lesson here, but we've been recently getting people in the chat that will make statements, like this brother right here.
Who? Y'all don't know who is who. Y'all just be talking. Y'all got lips. Would you like to get a link and come teach me something, then, brother?
There we go. There we go.
Mr. Wilson.
Will he respond to that? Because we can put a link in the chat and you can come up and tell us what we're not putting together right. Oh, he says drop the link.
He said drip the link, but I think he meant drop. That's cool. We'll drop it. No Diddy. But yeah.
Link is dropped. To brother Jeremy Wilson. Let's see if he takes it.
Damn. I want to show y'all what he was going to say at 20 minutes. All right, let me fast forward a little bit.
All right, go.
Let me fast forward a little bit.
Right? But who else is oppressed? Many people throughout the world, right? If you want to know what oppression looks like, then look at North Korea, where the people have no access to internet.
You want to know what oppression looks like? Don't look at America. Don't look at the George Floyds and the Philando Castiles and the, you know, I icon girlies. We could go on and on all day. Botham John. What's the brother just got killed?
Oh yeah, the airman.
Rogers. Brother in Georgia got killed that worked for the government.
You got
airman or something like that. Soldier. Police ran up in his crib while he was on FaceTime with his girl. He came into the wrong house. Right? They won't even show the identity of the white man that killed him. Feel what I'm saying? The brother says we don't know who's who. Could y'all give me Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5?
No.
So I want him to tell me who else this has ever happened to.
God. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11 and verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
See? So certain people whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. That's why we have a Philando Castile, Icar Gurley, Botham Shem John, Lieutenant Rogers, George Floyd. We could go on. And it's going to keep happening like it did, with the brother that just got killed, right? With my friend that got killed last year by the police and all these different things. The cops going to keep getting hit. They're going to keep getting off not guilty because it's a curse happening to the Israelites. And it's never going to happen to an East Indian person. Never going to happen to an actual African. They happened to do with an African name at one time, but realized later on he was an Israelite, right? When you go back to his people, you come from one of the tribes.
Slocky Cap. We got German.
Yeah, I see him. I'm going to finish my statement, though.
Come on.
So, yeah. Zechariah 11 and 5. That's what that is, right? So this guy that we were watching, he obviously doesn't know what he was talking about anymore. He's become completely reprobate. I don't know if the brother that we about to let on stage is a former Israelite or not, or if he's just a brother that was born reprobate. But we're going to see if he could teach us something or if he's going to end up getting taught. Don't know what his school of thought is, but we're going to find out in a second. Hello, Mr. Jeremy Wilson. Oh.
There he went. Did he kick his own self out?
I ain't surely didn't do it. I just let him on stage. Y'all saw him come on stage and it disconnected. Don't know if that was the spirit.
Could have been.
Well, we'll continue with the lesson, and I guess if he comes back, we'll let you guys know. But, damn, I was getting excited. Hopefully, he comes back. Come on back, Jeremy. Don't run now, buddy. You was all bold in the comments and stuff. Come on back. Your connection's bad. Get off the Boost mobile phone and get the laptop or the iPad or something. You know what I'm saying? Take the iPad from little Jimmy and use it for a second. Tell him you about to have a grown man conversation. So, all right.
Internet, and they're also not allowed to leave the country, right? They operate under a dictator who controls the country's media and limits the way that they can perceive their reality, right? And so a lot of them, they have no clue about the world that's beyond the borders of North Korea because they can't use things like YouTube and Facebook, right? The things that Westerners.
We don't let you in from backstage, Jeremy. You let yourself in, buddy. We let you on stage.
And you're not backstage.
You have to get from backstage. We can't see you backstage. You have to click
the link again.
Type your name in, and then you come into the stage, and you're in the waiting room. Once you're on the waiting room, then I could put you on stage. Gotta get back into the waiting room like you were before. Type your name in, and you hit join live or join stage, whatever it says when you get the link.
Link is in the chat. Just send it again.
You did it one time. You could do it again. You were up here. Don't act like you don't know how to do it now. I want to hear what you got to say. You say you could teach me something. I love to learn. But in the meantime,
listeners take for granted.
You better hurry up because I got to get me some food. I ain't going to wait on you all day. I'm hungry. It's late. I got to go to work in the morning.
People in North Korea, they don't even know that they are oppressed. They don't have the word to describe what oppression is. So if you don't know you're a slave, how do you fight to be free? And that is a thing in North Korea. People don't know.
No, wait.
Oh, they are living under the dictatorship. They don't.
Why don't the people that don't know that they're living under the dictatorship? They don't know because it's their lifestyle. White girl, white child. That's my. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Now, what was you saying?
I got a question. For the class, right? If she's speaking about North Korea and saying they're going through oppression, who is oppressing the people of North Korea, according to her?
Her people. A North Korean.
My point exactly. That's my point.
You know what I'm saying? That
their king is oppressing them.
Right.
The king is letting the peasants know that they're not the king, and that's oppression. Ain't that something? Ain't that crazy how the world has changed? Back in the day, the North Koreans would have been like, "Oh, that's Obunaga Oda. Ah, Ieyasu Tokugawa. Now they're saying Kim Jong-un. Right? It's no different. They don't know that they're in slavery because they're not.
Right.
That's their lifestyle.
That's right.
She only causes slavery because she got to come to America and she sees she can do whatever she wants here. This is the land of the free, home of the people that need saved, need to be saved. Right? So, but they're free, and that's all the people care about. They got their freedom, right? Their liberty is a stumbling block to them that are weak. So that's what's happened. She not even is like an Israelite, so you know she's gonna be weak in the spirit. She came to America and forgot that her lifestyle was to be a poor North Korean. She thinks her lifestyle now is to be an American woman, you know, that her lifestyle should be to have the good job, corporate America, get to wear the pantsuits, right? Drive a Tesla or a Audi Q7. You know what I'm saying? Or Kia Sorento. Nah, what's that? Whatever Judah got. The Stinger and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I don't like Kias. I ain't never gonna, no offense. But that's what they gonna get, right? Y'all know Kia mean Korea in America. So that's their car. When you see the nice Kias, it's usually an Asian in it, at least in the like in Atlanta where I live. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be the rich Asians, because the guy that owned Kia, he got a crib there. We got the same trainer. You know what I'm saying? So like he got all the Kias for the Asian people. They be driving them and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They support their people and everything. So, but they only feel that way when they get here. They're not going back to North or South Korea thinking they got to have a Kia with them. You know what I'm saying? They probably not even going there bringing their stuff, their nice clothes, all that type of stuff. This man said, I got a Kia. You and Jude need to go ride together, brother. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Mm-hmm. But that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? The people will live a lifestyle that's naturally going to be lower than the Israelites' lifestyle. And there's Israelites now trying to make it seem like everybody's supposed to be living the life of a chosen person. Everybody's supposed to have the spirit of a chosen person to want more than the crap that they're getting now in this wicked society, right? Something else you got to remember is when the righteous rule, the people rejoice. And when the wicked rule, the people mourn, right? So the current state of the people isn't going to be this horrendous once we're in power, right? They're going to be in a rejoiceful state. They're going to be able to rejoice over the conditions that they have in their own lands, right? but they still not going to be nowhere close to what we get. If we get a Tesla, they're going to be in a Pinto, and that's going to be their Rolls Royce I'm talking about. Everybody not even going to get one of those. Y'all ever seen a Pinto?
God.
My mom used to have one, she said. Crazy. So, because, you know, Pinto used to blow up and stuff like that, right? They wasn't reliable or whatever. From what I heard, they was crazy car to get. There was a lot of cars like that in the 90s, 80s. Used to just have all type of defaults and stuff. People were buying, right? They shipped a lot of them cars over to the, you know, third world countries and stuff like that. That's what you still see when you see them videos of like Iraq, Iran, Haiti. It be them cars that you see them driving right now, right? The old cars that nobody wanted back in the day. And it's didn't even make it to America. Certain brands that never even made it here.
Yeah.
Never drive them. Why?
So the Zebulon said the gas tank at the rear. I remember that.
Yeah, right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, but
got to pull the license plate down.
I was just about to say that. I remember the first time I seen somebody put a license plate down to get gas. I was like, damn, that's fire.
That's how all of them was back in the day.
Yeah,
how he do that? And then he told me it came like that. I was like, it came like that. What you mean? Who tricked that out? Who the customizer did that for you? He said, nah, bro, like this is how the car was made. This is what it was back in the day. They used to put the gas tank back there. Yep. I said, what? What if somebody hit you? The whole car blow up? That's the first thing I thought about. That's not smart. If you get rear-ended, you gonna die. Like, what? But yeah, he was driving it. That happened like 2 years ago. The first time I ever seen one of those. So it's like that type of stuff. People in the other countries, though, they're used to that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't never seen a 2024 Honda Civic. They don't get shipped over there. You know what I'm saying? But it's their lifestyle. They're not looking for a 2024 Honda Civic either. They're looking for a donkey. If they get a car, they're cool. They're asking their mama for a moped. You know what I'm saying? You trying to get a car. And a nice one at that. Sis said the green Pinto.
The green Pinto.
With the angel wing eyelashes in the front. But yeah, so that's
they don't know that they have rights as human beings, and we don't even have internet. Have you ever seen the picture of
y'all realize that man act like he ain't had no connection and just hopped off and never came back? Talking about y'all gonna let me in the back chat, and then he disappeared. Didn't even make another comment. I hate when you niggas do that. We put the link in the chat. We invite y'all on, try to get some smoke. And I don't know what happens. Y'all put the smoke out yourself. Smell somebody lying, and it ain't no fire.
Picture of North Korea at nighttime, like it's the darkest place in the world. Yeah. So we don't even know that outside the world like this exists.
Ahead. This is applying to no one, right? I don't see any specific group of people today.
Damn. Who? Okay, wait. So we fast forwarded a lot, right? Why don't you guys look at the chart? So far, this is crazy. We got 0.
Yo, he got 0 for Black American.
I ain't even gonna lie.
We all cursed 35 for 68.
Hey, everybody in the class, look at that chart at the top. Look at the chart at the top. This is crazy.
Who are?
Hold on.
Take your cursor off the screen.
It's not on the screen. I don't know why it won't go away.
Huh?
It's weird.
Smitten in the knee.
I'm gonna just show it like this.
Yeah,
all right,
do it again, Cap. I just go back to the white screen, like you had it. That's a hold on. I got you. Hold on. I got it.
It's not going away.
Hold on. I got for the top though. Let me do this right here. Oh, I see the DNA test.
Yeah, like the false doctrine thing is in the middle of. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Here, I'll just do it like just real quick so y'all can see. So the Black Americans, we on curse 35. He started at 15. So far, from 15 to 35, according to this man, not one curse applies to so-called black people.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Not one curse, according to him, applies to black people by curse 35. He has 7 curses for no
The knees and the legs.
7 curses for no one, whoever that is. 11 for the other nations, and 3 for things like farmers and doctors and, you know, pig scientists. Yeah.
Legs all the way up to the head with swords that cannot be healed. What group of people can you point to and say that's them? You would have to make this verse mean something other than what it literally means, right? And you would have to show how this verse applies to the descendants of the transatlantic slave trade. And I'm sure you'd have to do a lot of reaching to make this work, right?
We got to do a lot of reaching to make it work that black people were the ones that's talking about that would have a sore of the knee or the legs, you know what I'm saying? Or I guess the arms that would not be healed. I guess the only people that got missing limbs these days are, you know, army veterans and stuff, right? The dudes that got their legs blown off in Iraq and they got the little nubby dubbies and stuff.
That diabetes, that diabetes that's attacking our neighborhood.
Yeah.
My
So
dad,
okay, when it's bigger, yeah.
There you go. There you go, Captain.
When it's a black person, chances are you wasn't in the war. You be lying to people. You know you really just was eating too much candy, nigga.
Yep.
The doctor cut your damn leg off, and you didn't tell everybody. Yeah, I'm an Iraq war veteran, and I did 3 tours in Iraq. You know, and I'm only big because I stopped working out after my leg got blown off, and I started eating donuts and ravioli and tofu. But really, you always been big. You never was in the army. You never played a sport except who can eat the most hot dogs in 50 seconds, or who can eat the most cheeseburgers in 5 minutes, or who can eat the most supersized meat fries in a day, right? That's the only competitions you ever been in. And the way you lost your leg is because you went to the doctor one day with gout in your legs and your arms and your forehead and the back of your neck. Gout everywhere. Your big toe, little toe, pinky finger, everything needs to be decapitated.
Hey, Salakia. Back, Octave just said it for the way we used to say it back in the day. Oh, I got sugar.
Oh yeah, the sugar. That's right. I got that sugar. That's
You
right.
remember that now?
Come on.
That's what you should take them out right there.
Yep, that candy. That's why I said that candy.
Mm-hmm.
That sugar get you chopped off, right? So look, he said that we got to do a stretch. We got to turn into Mr. Elastic Man to be able to, find out if Black, Hispanic, and Native American people fit this curse. So real quick.
Wait till you get to about the curse number 68 and see what the count's gonna be. That's what I want to. That's what I want the people to see.
Right.
You said what?
By the time you get to verse 68, I want to see that chart again.
Oh, I am.
What
I'm
the count's gonna be.
But this is what I want to show you all right quick before we go back to video, right? So if you just type in, he said we got to make, we got to stretch to find the American descendants of slaves all nubbed up, cut with limbs that can't grow back. Knock. You ever seen a man arm or leg grow back?
Not yet.
Not yet, right? Heard they working on it. They go inject one of you niggas with that damn put that reptile serum one day, and they gonna watch your dang pinky finger grow back. But as of yet, what, you seen it before?
No,
they got
no,
a TikTok video with somebody leg growing back already?
No. I just want to make a comment on the actual pictures you're showing because there's history behind this.
Oh, well, look, before you get a history, I just want to say, he said we had to do a Mr. Elastic, Mr. Fantastic stretch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yoga. But all I did was type in slave with cut hands and feet. I ain't even type in ethnicity.
Right.
Because he said anybody is slave, the Slavic people, the Russians, the Prussians, the, Bruno Mars and everybody else, Future, Drake, like slaves, right? But look, I just typed that in. Tell me how many white people you see.
Right.
You see a white person, but the person with the missing limb isn't white.
Right.
How many white people with missing limbs do you see? Let's say that.
That's a movie.
And they're not missing.
Right.
Shout out to Saw. You gonna make them cut their legs.
Salakia, and those children you see with the cut hands and feet are actually children from the Republic of Congo, which we know that there are a lot of our brothers and sisters are from the Congo, Israelites.
I know a lot of y'all think Francis Ngannou is in Israel, but I think he is. Cause it's a dude I know from his tribe, and he looked like a brother. They act like a brother, and they use that word akata that so many camps talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's people in the Congo that they refer to as that.
As the akata, right?
Right. So yeah, we do got people there.
Actually, I have neighbors that I used to live across the street from me.
Congo and Cameroon.
Who were from the Congo, and they knew they were Israelites. And they actually wore fringes and all that. They lived across the street from me. So these are our people with the cut hands. You got to stretch. No, this is not a stretch. It's just Google.
I just typed in slave. It's the only thing that pop up. It's only us. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
Google, we got AI. We got all type of stuff. It's the first time you see somebody that's not us getting their stuff chopped off. This is an Arab custom. That's what they doing.
Yep.
So he must have stole something, getting his hand chopped.
Yep.
Yakum, you would have did that?
Love.
That's the police. He chopping off somebody's hand. That's the punishment.
Yep.
Love.
I said, nah, bro. I'll shoot your hand, but I ain't chopping it off.
Hey, wait a minute. Ain't the Most High supposed to be giving you a rod of iron?
It's a rod of iron, not a
rod. Yeah, I do it to the other nations now.
A rod of iron, not an iron axe.
Hey, if it says it's gonna break in the ship, they're gonna break in the ship.
Look, he got a rod of iron and axe. He gonna hit the axe with the rod.
I thought he meant me doing it to my people.
Oh no. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't see how this brother switched up like this. I've seen videos where he's talking about what we're looking at on the screen right now.
And look, it's a whole statue of a dude, a brother with no leg. Like from the Congo.
Yep. Congolese genocide.
Crazy.
Yeah, so funny. But yeah, he said we had to stretch. We didn't have to stretch. We just typed in slave and wasn't Slavic people that popped up.
Mm-mm.
Just saying. We almost done, guys.
Right, so we're going to place this in the category of no one. Verse 36, the Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation who can't see what's happening and what other people go through as well. Right, let's keep moving on.
I want to get this one.
It's just that most people, they're only zoomed in into their own plight, right? goes on and on of people who feel that they are mistreated when they go to other places, right? It's just that most people, they're only zoomed in into their own plights, right? So they can't see what's happening and what other people go through as well, right? Let's keep moving on. Verse 38. Thou shalt carry much seed.
That was his breakdown for verse 37.
Very vague.
He didn't tell about anybody that could be an astonishment or how any of them people are astonished.
Nope.
He's talked about, well, he didn't mention that at all. He literally just talked about how, you know, if people, I don't know, don't like you or something like that, or anybody could feel like they're an astonishment or that they don't know something, or that could happen with anybody. That ain't what it's talking about. It's a specific thing. You're an astonishment. When we go out there in the streets, we see people looking at us crazy all the time. There's people that's going to say you just like Power Rangers when you just got on a shirt with fringes on. When you're not one of the Israelites and you're just walking down the street, y'all are always going to be Israelites, but you know what I'm saying? When you're not with the camp and stuff, you're just walking down the street, you see our people homeless and you see the other people walking around that aren't our people looking like, damn, look at all these black people out here. There's a guy in my neighborhood who actually asked me while I was walking my dog one time, hey, one of those homeless black guys in Atlanta ever asked you to help a brother out? I was like, nigga, what? You asked me that? You know, I'm curious. They always ask me when I go downtown. I'm trying to figure out, did they ever ask a black guy too? So, you know, it'd be like that. But our people are the astonishment. You hide something from a nigga, you put it in a book, right? We got Proverbs. Like, he didn't mention anything specific for any of them other people. That's the issue. You know what I'm saying? So,
seed out into the field and shalt gather but little in, for the locust shall consume it. Black Americans live in North America where locusts are not much of any concern for farmers, right? There hasn't been any major locust outbreak since 1875.
1875. When did slavery end? Juneteenth.
Yeah. I mean, that's in Texas. Yeah.
You said when?
You said when slavery ended, 1760. Wait a minute. 1865. Slovakia. I said 765. 1865. Okay.
So he said 1875, right?
Okay.
Was when the last locust outbreak was. Would we or would we have not been freed from slavery during the last locust outbreak, according to him? Would have been freed, right? He said the locust outbreak happened in 1875. We got freed in 1865. Within the midst of us being freed and before 1865, many of our people received land that we lived on still at that time in 1875, like the blacks of Israel Hill, who were given their land by Thomas Jefferson, the president's cousin.
Right.
There's an actual sign in Farmville, Virginia, where you could go and look, and it says, "Here lies the land of the blacks of Israel Hill," and it tells you the name of Thomas Jefferson, cousin that gave him the land, and all this other crap, right? The date they got it, I think it was like 1845 or something.
Right.
Which is before that. How you think the land and the layout for Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street and stuff like that was there? The neighborhoods and that are under Lake Lanier in Georgia, the neighborhoods that are all over New York that were black places and stuff like that, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, right? Memphis. All these places were places where so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American people thrive, right? Reason is because we built them places up for us to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they put themselves in a situation where they tore them things down. That's what the real definition of cursing the city is. If you want to be real, right? We had a city that literally ain't our city no more. They could come and torch you in your own stuff, right? So, yeah, like it's things like that. The brother, he's not putting into consideration, and I think it's because of the lack of the history. He can't actually put himself in the place of the scriptures.
And black people have
You get 3 more verses and then we're gonna be finished. I just want y'all to see this last part.
Definitely been growing crops since that time, right? But no locusts have been tearing their stuff up, right? The last major locust swarm, it happened in from 2019 to 2022, and it happened in the Horn of Africa.
Oh damn, he just double talked. I didn't even hear that part. I missed that one. So he said the last one in America happened in 1875, but the last one as of this video that he mentioned happened in the Horn of Africa, where our people definitely live at. And he said a couple of years, a stretch. He said between 2019 and 2022.
During the time of COVID.
Yep.
Pestilence.
So during the time of the pestilence, we had a famine due to the locusts, as the Most High was showing, and we mentioned this when we was back at SOT, as the Most High is showing us a glimpse of the plagues of Egypt, because those same plagues will be put on Egypt, spiritual Egypt and Babylon the Great, right? So he's giving you, precursor, side effect type curses, to kind of, I don't know, baby feed you, bottle feed you this stuff so that you understand how crucial it's going to be if you don't get yourself together, so that you don't end up being put in the same situation all these other people is in, right? And then a lot of our people missed over that, skipped over that part, and here we are. They don't even remember that there was a whole damn near a famine just a couple years ago. They didn't even have tissue paper for niggas. You know what I'm saying? Y'all forget this so fast. It's crazy.
Africa over there with Ethiopia and Kenya, around that area, right? And also in the Arabian Peninsula.
Y'all know them people, them ghetto kids live in Kenya and Uganda. About 90% of them kids that be dancing on the YouTube, TikToks and stuff from Africa, them little homeless kids in the shelters, and then they be having the managers and stuff of the shelter be hitting y'all up after y'all watch the video on Instagram, sending y'all messages asking y'all for money. Those are actually Israelite people. I think the Most High had them call themselves the ghetto kids because they actually are ghetto kids. They live in a place where the Jews reside, in that little area that they live in. Just saying. So we definitely live in those areas.
In Peninsula.
I'm a fast forward.
So this curse would apply to them if it applied to anyone at all. So I would categorize this under the other category. Verse 39. Let's keep going. In a country that no longer, multiple people that are in the pits of society, right? Whether it's in India, the Philippines, Romania,
whatever.
You can pit, right? Over all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. So it says all these curses, right? Not some of them, not one of them here or there, not one or two, but all these curses shall come upon the people and destroy them, right? And I can't name a people in the world that has all these curses on them, right? As far as we've gone so far. And so watch the next verse.
Ain't that crazy? The people he says have none of the curses that have hit them are the people that have hit all of them. And he can't even see it.
This verse right here, because it's going to put the nail.
As if it was written for no reason.
Right.
Right.
Reprobate.
All the way in the coffin.
Yeah, reprobate. Exactly.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. This is
exactly how reprobate.
Exactly what the gentleman was talking about when he wrote the comment. These should be a sign, and they should be on the children of Israel forever. Understand? So if this were true, and it were really from some divine being, and not from the imagination of some of these ancient priests, then we should see all these curses upon thy seed forever, right? And that's the reason why I fixated on who is experiencing these curses today, right? Right.
It didn't say all these curses should be happening on your seed forever the day that you read them. Did it say that? Or am I tripping? Okay. It just says all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Like some of them can't happen via other prophecies. They can't just keep happening over and over and over again. Like Jeremiah 16:16 or 16:14, maybe it's that one. Talks about how we're supposed to get saved from the land of the north, right? If all of us are constantly being put on slave ship and going through Deuteronomy 28:68, for example, since we all know that one. If we're constantly going through that over and over and over again, how in the world do the other prophecies happen that are supposed to happen? How do we get saved from the land of the north? If after the last captivity, if it keeps happening, we might end up in China or something.
Right.
You might end up in Russia. You might end up in Africa, which is like technically the land of the South. That would make the Bible a lie, a contradiction, right? But as we stand where we are now in North America, if we were to get saved from this place sometime soon, hopefully, Most High will, guess what? The Bible didn't lie. We're in a northern land, North America. So, you know, it's things like that that he just missed. And I guess they're not playing in his head the way that they were playing the first time he did this video. I don't know what it is, but this is reprobate. This is what happens when the Most High makes it so that you can't see or hear anything to this day. You just don't even know what you're saying.
Right now, right? I already know how people try to do it, right? They'll pick slavery from the 1600s that's fulfilling one part, right? Then they'll slide on over and pick something that happened 100 years ago to fulfill another part, right? Then they'll slide over and they'll pick something that's happening from today to fulfill another part, right? And that's how they'll try to make these curses work. But if you stick to thus saith the Lord, then you can clearly see that it says that these curses shall be for a sign upon thy seed forever, right? And forever.
They are a sign upon our seed. All these curses is the word he left out at the end when he was lastly explaining it, right? Because without all the curses being put on the people, you know damn well all of those things can't happen at the same time, for one. So for them to be on a certain people and all of them have to happen, that means some of them are going to happen at different times.
Right.
One person cannot go through all 68 curses. That's impossible. Go ahead.
Salakia, and it says it's going to be on your seed forever. So if it's going to be on your seed, then it's extended out throughout time.
That means everything doesn't have to happen at once.
Exactly.
That's right.
There's got to be some things that happen to the other people. And like I said, one person cannot go through all 68 curses at once. You wouldn't live long enough.
God.
Stress kills people. You gotta know that, right? That's been proven.
God.
If a dude took your girl, sold your children, slept with your girl in front of you, stole your grapes, sold you on a slave ship, stole your store, you'd probably be dead before half of that could even happen. You would have died of shock. You know what I'm saying?
God.
There's brothers that died like that during slavery. You know that? It wasn't always the whip or the gun or something like that. Some of them died because their wife got smashed by the slave master and the dude couldn't take it. Had a heart attack on the spot. It's documented. So, you know, I ain't going to play no more video. We done.
Go to 68. Go to 68, Cap.
Let me go 68.
Yeah, show the chart at the end.
All right, we'll go see. Last part.
To show the transatlantic slave trade. And this is the verse right here that caught me in the trap when I first heard about the knowledge, right? This is the one that sealed the deal, right? It just made sense. And this is the verse right here that trapped a lot of other people.
Hey, well, I bees in the trap. I'm going to stay here, Nick. Right. Yeah.
Into thinking in a certain way as well. But we're going to go through this verse right now, and we're going to go through it slowly, right? And one thing I want to do is before we go over it, I want us to be clear that up to this point, we have kept all the other verses that we have went through in their literal interpretation, right? We haven't made anything metaphoric. Everything has been literal up to this point. The yokes of iron, we kept as literal. The vineyards and the grapes, we kept as literal. The children being sold into captivity, we interpreted those.
Right.
I did show y'all literal pictures, right?
God.
He just saw.
Yeah.
You saw some of them were drawings. Some of them were real people, meaning they didn't happen too far long ago because, you know, the camera wasn't invented for a minute, like late 1800s. Like the Polaroid picture camera where they could just, you know what I'm saying?
Those as being literal, right? Because there was no reason for us to interpret these verses otherwise. So now at verse 68, we're going to follow the same pattern and interpret it as it is written, right? Because we want to see if this applies to anyone at all today. And so the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. The story says that the children of Israel left the actual country of Egypt, not a metaphoric Egypt, but the actual country located in Africa, right? So this verse is saying that they would go there again. And how would they go to this same literal Egypt? With ships. Is it possible to go from Israel to Egypt with ships? Of course it is. You can look right here on the map. All they have to do is get loaded right here on the coast of Israel and then sail just a little ways right over here to Egypt, right? This is an easy trip to make.
This nigga is stupid.
This is crazy.
You're a dummy. You're a dummy.
No, this is an example of night and day. I mean, this is like that video he created 8 years ago.
He don't remember it no more. He can't remember nothing.
There's nothing.
Taking the memory from him.
Everything is gone. The spirit is gone. The candle is out. It's man. That's crazy. He don't even sound the same. I mean, he sounds the same. His voice is the same, but just his reasoning. His reasoning is gone. Even I mean, like
he didn't even use the Suez Canal as the place where they would dock off and go to Israel.
Right.
He started from way the hell up here and said you could go there. When really, if he starts from here, might as well just drive. Just drive.
Mm.
You know the Suez Canal doesn't cut through the whole thing, right? It's not a continuous water park.
Right.
It's not white water over Georgia. It's not. You could drive. You could walk.
God.
Right through there. Right now. Today. You know what I'm saying? That's why when we be doing the argument, that was dust. That's why when we do the argument with the what they call the Negro only people, right? They be trying to tell us that Arzareth is on, is in Africa and not America. And then we go to Second Esdras 13 and it tells us a certain time period, 180 days, that it took them to move through the land.
Right.
You could type in on Google how long is it going to take to walk from Kuwait to West Africa, and it take like 2 months or something like that, maybe less than a month. Right. I don't know. It was a short time period when we did it, right?
Right.
Not even close to 180 days. It's because there's not a body of water you have to cross. It would be quicker to not cross a body of water, even the man-made one, if you're coming from Israel or anywhere in the Middle East to Egypt. It doesn't make any sense to use water unless you're further down. If you're coming from over here, you would just walk or drive at this time. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that just, again, lack of history, lack of geography, he wouldn't know that. Moses didn't, use a boat. They had boats. They existed. He was found supposedly in a little, boat cradle thingy by the Egyptian girl. So they had boats. He walked during the Exodus. Did he not? So, Just keep that in mind.
And it's something that the writers would have easily known in their world at that time, right? This is not something that they had to do a great prophecy about, right? It made sense. And so it says, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. Meaning that they were told that they would never go there again. And when they arrived to this literal Egypt again, what would happen? They would be sold to the Egyptian enemies as slaves. But what would happen? No one would buy them. And so one thing that you have to understand right now is that the King James Version is not the most accurate translation of the text. You have to remove the religious mind for a second and just do some basic scholarship. Go into the world of biblical scholarship and you'll find out that that is just a common thing. People know that the KJV is not the most accurate translation. They didn't have the best text to work from.
What were those translators actually translating?
That's a damn lie. I don't care what Joel Baden says. Just because he put Yale University on there, we could prove to you that they had the best text and that real scholars, not Joel Duck Monkey Hayden Baden's Faden. We actually believe what the Bible says and have scholars that actually believe what the Bible says that could testify to the King James being the best English translation ever made. We'll prove that.
Translating. Every modern translation of the Hebrew Bible is based on a single manuscript.
I'm not believing anybody that has a voice like that. I don't care.
Yeah, his voice.
It is the oldest complete text of the.
Yeah. That is the oldest complete sound of a gay white man, if you ever heard one.
Yep.
The Hebrew Bible that we have in the world, and it is from the 11th century CE. So like not BCE, like the recent 11th century, like less than 1,000 years ago. Or to put it another way, around 2,000 years after the earliest biblical texts were probably composed. So your Bible, your text that your Bible is based on, the Hebrew that your translation is based on, is from the 11th century, 2,000 years after some of the biblical texts were written. And the question is, what do we think the chances are that that text remained perfectly stable for those 2,000 years between first being written and our manuscript? Again, the best biblical text we have is from the Middle Ages. We have really very little way of access.
I don't know why, but I feel like he just double talked twice.
He just did. He did. But I don't think he mentions what text it was from the. What did he say from the what time period?
First he said CE, not BCE, but CE. Then he said Middle Ages.
Right, the Middle Ages.
Way into CE.
Yep. You caught
that's
that
like
too.
King James period.
Yep, exactly.
What?
You caught that too.
Way there. All right. I don't even want to watch this no more, Knock.
I don't either. I'm good.
So y'all heard 68, right? This is what happens when you become a reprobate. So I urge everybody, real talk, right? I know a lot of people don't like camps. I don't know why. Let me a lot of people don't like camps, right? I don't know why they don't like camps, but for some reason a lot of y'all don't. Find a body of people that you click with, even if you don't join their, organization or whatever. If they allow you to congregate, do that. And do it as often as you can. Learn as much as you can. Get in their classes as often as you can. That's how it needs to work, right? Because that's going to keep your spirit intact. It's going to keep you right. And it's going to stop you from being put in a situation where, you could be taught anything. If somebody says something to you and it sounds right, and you don't have a rooted foundation in this thing, what sounds right could be what you go to follow. And the Bible, to the making of many books, there is no end. You got the internet now. So it's automatically going to bring you to some type of article or some type of section from somebody's book that they read, and there's no end of any book on any subject. So there's going to be a book on anything. You're not thinking about that, though. Satan trying to take away the word that, is sown in your hearts. If you hear something that sound good, even though it's wrong, if you don't actually go and research it and learn how to do that, you don't have nobody to go ask the question to that could break it down to you and tell you and show you how it's wrong, you could end up following that. Once you end up following that, it's a wrap for you. Because now you've convicted and convinced yourself that this is the right way, whatever way that is that you didn't follow now. And whatever you were doing before is wrong.
Right.
So when somebody comes to you with what you were doing before, you're not going to listen to it. No matter how right they are. You didn't even hear what they said because you're blocking them out now because you're trying to hold fast to what you just found on your own. That's what this dude did. He found out we were Israelites. I don't know how. I don't know if he heard it from somebody else, but I can bet money he did. I bet he didn't get the information himself and do the research and stuff like that on his own. Bet he heard this argument from somebody. It made sense, and he went and looked it up himself. Then watched a bunch of YouTube videos and took advantage of it. Because the amount of heinous things that he said and the lack of history that he seems to show prove that he didn't know anything about the Bible when he made that first video. He just knew the talking points to be able to explain who the people of the Bible are. In talking points, you don't have to know the information to learn a talking point. All you have to know is what things to say, right? If you think I'm lying, this is how Drake can make a song and not write it. It's acting. It's how your favorite actor cannot write his script, but perform it like he wrote it or she wrote it. It's acting, right? Same thing the Jewish people do when they have, your books. So that's what our people need to understand. And when you go through the motions of being an Israelite, and you're not actually performing the culture and stuff like that and congregating the way the Bible commands us to do, you too are acting. You're not really doing what you're supposed to be doing. So you got to be trying to do that as often as you possibly can, even if it's a couple feast days out the year that you can make it to. You need to do that. You need to be in contact with brothers and sisters on a constant basis to where they could check you, you could check them, you could have your, questions answered whenever you have them, get your spirit right, all that type of stuff. Have Bible study. We're going to start that soon. Right? I think for women already started, and we got things for the men. So it's like that's what brothers and sisters need, because without those things, people fall by the wayside. You're left to your own devices.
Mm-hmm.
Then left to your own idle hands. Then he comes and takes everything from you, including the knowledge that you got before, especially if you're not rooted. So do the things that are going to make you be rooted. That's my last advice. With that, I yield.
Con. You got the mighty captain coming out. Hey, hey, you don't want the Most High taking that candle out, man, because you're gonna be like this guy, more lost than what he was before. All praises for that lesson. I hope everyone was edified. So Captain went a little bit long, I think, tonight, but a lot of points came out, a lot of good information came out. Please go back over, watch the video again, study with the family. Different, just knowing that being in this state of mind is, the brother is gone. That's all I can say. I just pray Most High does what he wants to do. This brother actually, this was the first video that I actually, that led me to the truth. So to see this brother in this light now and how he is now, man, that's scary. That is scary. I do not want to be a part of that. But I don't want to be a part of that. But before we go, Captain, you got anything you want to share, Captain Yakum Ya?
Yeah, I back up and let me off of your sentiments. This dude went off, man. It's a shot. He went off. Candle blown out.
Yeah, he's in the hydroponics now. Yeah, he's all the way out. But let me go ahead and I want to get these ending announcements. Any brothers out there that want to put your brick in to build this kingdom with Anointed House of Saints, you can do so by sending us your request at email to our email at anointedhos@gmail.com. That's anointedhos@gmail.com. In the subject line, put prospect so that we can get back with you and get you the information as to when the next prospect phase is going to start. All right. Also, those that came in a little bit later, I was trying to keep track of those coming in. I'm going to give a shout out to the names that I was able to pick up and see. So with that, I'm going to give a hearty shalom. You seen earlier, Captain Judah, shalom. Shalom to Brother Chaz. Shalom, bro. Good to see you. Shalom to Brother, I think it's Chavez or Chavez. Shalom to Sister Yahaziel. Mickey Mouse, he popped up. Shalom to Yashar Yehuda. Shalom to Ephraim Ban Yasharala. Shalom to Soldier Zebulon. I think I had mentioned Octaves already. I don't see anyone else on here right now. But shalom, everyone. Thank you for coming to the class. Thank you for participating and being here and being patient through the class. We got to get Daniel 7:18 before we head out.
Got you.
You got it, Cap?
Khan.
All right, let's go ahead and get that so we go ahead and get on out.
Khan, this is Daniel 7:18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
Khan, Bahashima Mashiach Yahweh Shai. With that, now, real quick, one more thing. I'm going to go ahead and put it up real quick again because we had it up earlier today. But we have an event coming up. This is the Masharah Yasharala. It's going to be hosted. It's the 21st annual Hebrew Summit, semi-annual Hebrew Summit. It's going to be hosted by yours truly, Anointed House of Saints. This is going to take place in Greensboro, North Carolina. We got 4 days of the summit. We got the Thursday, August 29th with the meet and greet. Friday, August 30th, we have Friday camp. Saturday will be the summit. And I heard that the event center that we'll be at is going to be on point. So those that can make it can come, please do so. And then we're going to end it out on Sunday, September 1st with the family cookout. As you can see, the addresses on the flyer above. If you want to purchase tickets, you can go to Eventbrite. I did hear or get word that Masharah may have not put the tickets up yet, but we will. Anointed House of Saints will let everyone know when those ticket sales drop. But that's where you will get to sell your ticket. Tickets are $25 per person, I believe. For more information, check out our website to get information. Check out the classes because we're going to be giving this announcement pretty much until we have the summit, right? Through all our classes. Excuse me. So if you want to get more information on that, you can go to anointedhouseofsaints.org, and or better yet, you can go to masharah-yasharala.com, all right, and get the information from there. So with that, again, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, for everything that he's been doing for us and everything he's going to continue to do for us. But with that, I am Officer Knock.
Captain Yakum Ya.
And I'm not sure if Captain Shar Al-Ya'al, the aristocrat, is still listening, but either way, y'all know who he is. But with that, we're going to say, hope to see you next Monday. Don't forget, Wild Out Wednesday on coming up Wednesday, Thursday Night Live, Friday night Bible study, prayer line, and then Saturday, the Shabbat, we got the Sabbath morning brew. Stay with us, family. Stay with us because we're doing things, right? With your help and with the Most High's help, all praises to him and Yahweh Shai, all right? So with that, we are the Anointed House of Saints. with that, we're gonna say shalom.
Shalom.
This is not a test.
Black skin, black songs, black Jesus, black music, 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 black music, black music, black music, black music, black music, black music.